Jacksonville, Florida for the inaugural Unity Classic. It is two undefeated teams looking to stay that way. It is the Virginia Union Panthers, the back-to-back CIAA champions, taking on the Edward Waters Tigers, a surging team in the SIAC. I am Simone Stanley, joined by Marvin James. And Marvin, this might be one of the most anticipated HBCU games today.
That's right. It's early in the season, but anytime there's a Saturday in the fall, I'm excited to be around this contest.
And the Virginia Union run game has not fallen off from last season. When you look at that side of the ball, the visiting team, what are you looking out for?
Well, we're looking for this budding star, number 0, Curtis Allen. He had 175 yards in the first week of play against Miles College in the Hall of Fame Classic. He is leading that offense on the ground. And in a game like this, you're going to have two close teams. You need special teams. Brady Myers, the kicker, went 6 for 6 for PATs, and he also had a 40-yard field goal in the first game.
Have to be clean on all phases in order to win this one. And when you look at the home team, Edward Waters University, 2-0 for the first time since 2004. Who is standing out on these Tigers?
The monster in the middle on defense, number 34, Trevon French. This guy is leading the team with 16 tackles, has 2 fumbles that he caused, one for a safety and another for a touchdown. And on the offensive side of the ball, the game manager, Noah Bodden. He is doing great. No turnovers over on the season, and he is leading this team to averaging more than 40 points in the first 2 contests.
Well, we talked about the players. Now let's hear for the coaches. First, Virginia Union, Coach Parker in his 8th season, coming off back-to-back CIAA titles.
That's right. He's been at VUU for 17 seasons as a player and a coach. He was also a running back in his day and a 3-time captain. So Dr. Parker is really excited about this matchup today.
And for the home team, Edward Waters University, Brian Jenkins, the interim head coach for the Tigers. He stepped up into this role in July, and now he has Edward Waters 2-0 for the first time since 2004.
That's right. Nearly 2.5 months ago, he had no idea he would be in this position on this day as the head coach, and he's got the boys fired up, ready to play, and he's excited about kickoff coming up in just a few seconds.
Yeah, we're just moments away from kickoff. Fans are here. Bands are here. We're here. We got a good one today, Marvin. This is one of the most anticipated games in black college football today.
Absolutely. 2 undefeated teams, and you know they're going to play tough. CIAA versus the SIAC. 2-time back-to-back defending champs in Virginia Union. And they had an off week last week, so they're ready to get back into action. You know, had a little rest last week, but now they're ready to play a tough team that is surging in the right direction right now with Edward Waters.
And that offense is certainly surging, and that's what we're going to get to see first from Edward Waters. This Tigers offense is Brady Tillman set to return before the Tigers offense takes the field.
And welcome back to Brady Myers, the kicker, number 88 for Virginia Union. He's from Orlando, Florida. His first time playing back in his home state, and he's excited to get things started. He's the reigning CIAA Special Teams Player of the Week.
Yeah, he was 4 for 4 in week 0. 6 for 6, with point after attempts. He can boot it, and we see him doing it there. And it's going to be a fair catch. So coming up next.
That's right. It's going to be a touchback in the end zone. We're going to get the ball back coming up for the offense, Edward Waters.
And we're going to get to see this Edward Waters high-power offense led by quarterback Noah Bodden. Noah in his first season here at Edward Waters, but we're no strangers to his HBCU quarterback play. He was at Grambling. He was at Southern University. The signal caller out of New York is now playing for Brian Jenkins. And Coach Jenkins said that Noah Bodden is somebody he's been tracking since he was in high school.
Wow.
And he said once he saw him in the portal this time, he was like, I have to have him here. Brian Jenkins been on this Edward Waters staff on the offensive side of the ball for a while before he stepped up into the interim coaching position. And Bodden is going downfield immediately.
Oh, just out of the reach.
Just overthrown there. Intended receiver was
that number 19?
Aiden Showers.
Aiden Showers. We're going to expect some good things for him today, but they got that popcorn offense. Look like they're getting right back on the ball.
Nice check down there at the 30-yard line. Davari Morris with the catch.
We're looking at a 3rd down and about 6 right here. And they're back up on the ball, doing that hurry-up offense, trying to catch Virginia Union off guard.
And one thing about this Tigers offense, they score early in their first 2 games they played. Plenty of time there for Noah.
Oh, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty flag out there. It's going to look like the pass interference for Virginia Union. They got a little handsy right there. And that's one thing the refs are going to be looking for because these two offenses get really high-powered with the scoring.
Yeah, you know, you're going to want to try to control them, but you got to play clean. But three quick passes there from
Pass
Noah
interference. Defense, number 32. Automatic first down.
All right, moving the chains.
So that pass interference was on Lamumba Howard, the graduate linebacker, dropping back in coverage there.
One thing about Edward Waters, they're getting a lot of time. That big line up front is giving him the time that he needs to get that pass off.
We know you like to see that good O-line work. Former
That's right,
lineman
that's
here
right.
with me. First handoff of the game, and it's going to go into Virginia Union territory. He
fumble
loses
on
the
the
ball.
play.
Virginia Union recovers. Virginia Union's defense said, "We are here. It's not all about the offense."
John Terrius Thomas with the great run downfield and just got caught with the smackdown with the ball out. And that's one thing Virginia Union does is cause turnovers. And that's a big turnover for the Panthers as they get ready to start the ball coming out at around the 30.
What looked like it could have been a touchdown on the opening drive turns into a turnover. It's Breon Gunnell.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, return team, number 6. 15-yard penalty, first down, Virginia Union.
One thing about it, you can't have turnovers in this ball game. I know John Terrius is really going to be kicking himself about that one because he had a great run, great hole. He hit it wide open, but you got to hold on to that football, especially heading down towards that end zone.
So the Panthers offense, we're going to get to see them on the field now for the first time. An offense that's getting it done mainly on the ground, but they can sling that rock too.
That's right, R.J. Rosales looking good.
Oh, we had a almost hurdle there from Curtis Allen.
That's right. Big number 0.
Pulling out the tricks early.
Got to feed the big man early and often. I think they're going to see a heavy dose of that on this drive.
And Coach Parker said he knew that Curtis Allen was going to be their bell cow. But he said he didn't know that Curtis Allen could be so effective on so little carries. 185 yards in their Week 0 win against Miles, only on 17 carries. Coach Parker really liked that.
Yeah, it was really good. The offense ended up scoring, having
Please
300.
set the game clock to 14 minutes, 14:00. The play clock will be kept on the field.
The offense ended up having 375 total rushing yards, so it's going to be exciting to see what they can do between the tackles today.
And Curtis Allen, senior at Virginia Union, was playing behind Jada Byers, all-time Virginia Union record-breaking running back. And he was patient waiting behind Jada Byers, and Coach Parker said he knew what he had in Curtis Allen, and he was just so grateful that he was willing to be patient and wait his turn. And now we see he's the guy toting that rock for Virginia Union.
Yeah, and all they did was just break a Hall of Fame Classic record in his opening ball game with that 185 yards. So excited to see what he can do in his second game. Like I said, they had a week off last week, so he's got fresh legs right now.
And the big question, Marvin, coming into this
Media
game.
timeout.
And we are going to step aside for a media timeout. We're going to see this Virginia Union offense when we get back.
Okay, yep, thank you. Again, the game clock and play clock will be kept on the field. The clock will start on my signal.
Inaugural Unity Classic starting off with some action already.
That's right.
The Virginia Union defense forcing a turnover on the Edward Waters opening drive, and now they're trying to put the first points on the board. It's going to be a run up the middle, but Edward Waters all over it.
Curtis Allen again with the call. He gets into about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and short. Or did he get enough to move the chains? It looks like he did. He got enough to move the chains. We're starting again on 1st and 10 for Virginia Union.
And this Virginia Union identity has been the run game in this Coach Parker era. I mean, he was a running back himself at Virginia Union, but he said, don't get it twisted. We can throw the ball too. We're about to see it here Oh.
Just out of the reach of number 5 right there.
That was Ricky Key Jr. that pass was intended for.
Ricky Key. And he looked like he just out of his reach. Nice pass right there on the rollout.
Ricky Key, the senior out of Newport News, Virginia, hometown guy, playing for the Panthers. He had 4 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown in the Week 0 win against Miles for Virginia Union. Sets up second down.
R.J. Rosales going to wish he had that ball back because he had him right there.
And he looked like he would have been to the end zone.
Yeah.
If he had that, he was right in stride, perfect.
A lot of green space in front of him.
A lot of green space. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here. First pass of the game for Virginia Union on this drive. And Virginia Union's offense started out slow week 0. Well, who's not slow? Curtis Allen.
Coming out the shotgun, and Curtis Allen just hits the hole hard. He just runs like he's mad at the grass. And that's what he got right there. Big pickup right there. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Wonder what they're going to do here, Marvin.
No, looks like they're going to drop back and pass instead of giving it to the man who we expected.
RJ in
RJ
trouble,
is
but
making everybody miss.
He dives out of it.
And he's going to pick up the first down.
RJ with the moves.
A little shake and bake.
And the teammates like it. He loves it.
Yeah, with that 3rd and short, you think they're going to give it to number 0, but they decided to go for a pass, and RJ made them pay for it right there with the slick moves in the backfield.
RJ can do it all. Learning from Curtis Allen, some of those moves. He had 8 carries for 54 yards and a rushing touchdown in Week 0. So we know he's a threat back there, too. And he drops back again. Let's see if he's got it.
Man, great pickup right there from number 55 on offensive line.
Ooh.
Just an overthrow into the deep abyss is going to be an incomplete pass, and we're looking at 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 here for Virginia Union. And like I was saying, Week 0 against Miles, they only scored 3 points in the first quarter. Now, they ended up scoring 40 plus.
That's right, that's right.
But first quarter seems like, a feel-out quarter for Virginia Union, and especially coming off that bye week last week. Maybe we can see something similar.
Yeah, nice blitz pickup right there by Adrian Crespin, number 55, to clear up some space for Mr. Morales.
RJ has time. Oh, nearly picked
I believe
off.
that is an interception.
Was he in bounds is the question.
I believe he was in bounds. That is number 3.
David Law Mortimer.
That's right. David Law Mortimer is actually the reigning SIAC player of the week on the defensive end. Him and Trevon French have been doing it on the defensive side of the ball, and that is a big-time interception that is going to give the ball at midfield for Edward Waters.
So, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in this ball game.
Oh, forced fumble, 2 turnovers, absolutely. Forced fumble and a fumble recovery from Virginia Union's defense. Now, Edward Waters' defense say, hey, we can force turnovers ourselves. Wow. I don't think anybody expected this defensive start in this game today, Marvin.
No, they did not. The defenses are coming with it. The defenses are coming with it. The offense is getting a little slow in this one, but that's what you expect when you have 2 good teams this early in the season. The defensive always get its things together early, and the offenses just struggle a little bit. Little popcorn offense again. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Hurry up offense.
And VUU was right there.
John Terrius Thomas again with the ball. Nothing doing.
And that was Michael Estrada blowing that play up right there. All over it. They're working for these points today.
Oh, yeah. Every play counts. For sure.
Brings up 3rd down, a quick 3rd down for Edward Waters.
3rd and long, 3rd and 15. You got to get past these sticks.
Noah drops back. He has good protection. Finds his receiver downfield.
I think we got some laundry on the field, though. I think that's coming back.
Tight grab.
It would be a first down, I believe, if the play goes against Virginia Union. The White Hat is talking it over right now.
Wow. Both coaches said it coming in this game. Yeah, offense to score 40 plus, but Our defenses are like that too.
I've been on.
It looks like he said illegal lineman downfield. So it's coming back.
So that's going to back Edward Waters up even more.
That's right.
So 3rd and long.
A long 3rd and 100 miles, they say.
Pushes the Tigers back.
3rd and forever. Let's see what Noah Bowden, offensive coordinator Eric Dooley, draws up here for the Tigers.
I'm thinking it's going to be a safe play. You don't really want to. You want to be able to flip the field on this. 3rd and 20 is a pretty hard task to get. So if I was the play caller, they're going to take a timeout. But I would think about going for something simple. Give it the ball to John Terrence Thomas. Let him run up the middle a little bit, see what he can get, and then try to punt the ball.
We're going to step aside here on ESPN Plus. University. It is the inaugural Unity Classic. And there's the back-to-back CIAA coach, Dr. Alvin Parker.
Yeah, Coach Parker not really liking what he's seeing right here out of his offense, but it looks like they're going to rely on his defense to pick things up right now.
And it's 3rd and extra long here for Edward Waters' offense. Has some time to think it over what they wanted to do. Let's see. Noah Bowden goes deep. Oh, and it is caught.
That is a big-time play
Caught
right there.
At the 20.
Number 6 is the man with the plan.
Makai Lovett.
That is a big-time play. Big-time players make big-time catches, and that is exactly it. Bowden throws it deep, and he makes a great behind-the-shoulder grab right there. 1st down.
And now 3rd and long is now 1st down in Panther territory for Edward Waters.
Knocking in the red zone right here.
Their 2nd time in that territory today. Oh, and the touchdown pass just out of reach. Intended for Makai Lovett. You know, he said, feed me.
That's right. Go back to the well. Just a little out of reach from him from Bowden. He's going to wish he had that ball back, too, because that was just 6 all over it.
That sets up 2nd and 10. This is the 2nd time Edward Waters has been in Virginia Union territory. On the opening drive of the game, it resulted in a fumble. Let's see if they can get on the board this time. And Noah keeps it. Oh!
Throws the ball behind him.
Had a receiver on the outside. Davari Morris was there, but the ball just thrown behind him. And now it is 3rd and 10. So all that momentum from that big downfield catch on 3rd and long now quickly results in 3rd and 10 on about the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back incomplete passes, not exactly what you want after that big-time play, but they got a chance again on 3rd down. They made a big miracle play on the last 3rd down. Let's see what they can do right here. It's going to be a timeout for Virginia Union.
They want to
charge me.
Virginia Union wants to talk it over, and we're going to step aside.
Also,
in Virginia Union territory after a 40-yard catch from Makai Lovett on 3rd down from Noah Bowden. But now they face 3rd and 10. Can they convert here? Can they score? Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, Bowden just out of reach. That ball went out of the end zone. Try to go over a shoulder catch, and it just wasn't to be. It'll be 4th down. Looks like they're knocking on the door. I don't know how their kicking situation, so it looks like they're going to go for it right here on 4th down.
All right, 4th down. Our first 4th down attempt of the game. This Virginia Union and Edward Waters teams known for their offenses early in this season. But it's been all defense so far. 4th down, here we go. Bowden has time, checks it down.
And it's going to be short.
And it's going to be short. Oh, Virginia Union all over him.
Yeah, making them pay for that one right there, but it's going to be a turnover on downs for Edward Waters. Virginia Union will take over just inside their 30, about the 25-yard line, actually. Way to step up right there for Virginia Union. That was big.
Virginia Union's defense said, you're going for it on 4th down on this defense?
That's right, that's right.
Okay.
And Edward Waters, I mean, they've scored 37 points in the first quarter in the first 2 ball games. So they definitely have shown what they're capable of doing.
Absolutely. But so far it's been all defense from this game. One of the biggest matchups this week in HBCU football. And now Virginia Union has the chance to get on the board first again. This offense led by its run game, led by its running back Curtis Allen and quarterback R.J. Rosales. Back on the field, and already Curtis Allen getting that rock.
Number 0 is getting in the zone. He knows he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Every time he gets the ball, he's pushing it forward, and he's starting to get into that rhythm right there. He's going to break it.
Yeah, and he hasn't liked it so far. You can see a little bit of frustration after each carry. He wants to go all the way to the house with it. And he gets it again. This time he skirts to the outside, but Virginia Union, Edward Waters' defense is there. And this corner, Travis McNichols, who steps up and makes the play on the big back.
Yeah, that was a nice catch, a nice run onto the outside. But like you said, the big corner coming up there, he's small in stature, but he gets there and put it on pretty good. A little textbook tackle right there.
All about that technique.
That's right.
So it's 3rd down now for Virginia Union.
Yeah, 3rd and short. I think this time they're going to give it to the man. I'll give it to the up back, actually, because I don't think he's in there right now.
And that's going to be close.
Number 3, Ramon Brown.
Ramon Brown on the carry.
He's going to pick up the needed yardage for the short gain, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Move those chains.
Move the chains. Move it, move it, move it.
One thing, the Panthers have been more consistent in this first quarter, moving the ball before they had the turnover, but they have been steadily moving it a little bit more.
So Ramon stays in the game, and he breaks off a nice run. Almost at midfield now.
I think that's going to be enough to move the chains again. That's another 10-yard pickup.
So 2 first down pickups for Ramon Brown, the change of pace back out of Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, he's just one of the triple head monsters that got that 375 yards, marching in the first game. Morales almost got him on the offsides penalty.
And Ramon's in the backfield again. RJ drops back. Throw is...
He got hit as he threw that ball, so there's got a little tip and deflection on it. So it's going to be incomplete. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
There's going to be a flag on the field as well.
That was the extra guy. Defense in the neutral zone at the snap.
Yeah, RJ is calling that cadence. It's getting Edward Waters a little antsy. Getting him a little antsy, and they're jumping a little bit. They jumped the first time, they didn't call it, but the second time, that center snapped the ball right on time and got him just like he's taught in practice to do. Good play right there.
So now Virginia Union 1st down on the 53-yard line. Handoff. And a nice run, another strong run from Ramon Brown.
That's right, and there's another flag
coming. Flag goes.
Secondary.
So it's going to be holding on Virginia Union's offense.
That's too bad, because that was a great pickup.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Number 1. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
And it was a play that wasn't really even necessary.
Number 3.
No, number 3 was the running back, so it couldn't have been that. But it has to be number 1. But it was something that wasn't needed because it was out there on the perimeter.
So that marches Virginia Union back. still scoreless in this game that was expected to be a high-scoring one. Still can be.
It's 1st and 5 midfield.
All defense so far. And Ramon Brown still in the backfield. The hot hand right now. This running back room for the Panthers, hard to stop. RJ with the nice pass into Edward Waters territory and the first down.
Number 8 is the receiver on that.
Jeremiah Francis.
Yeah, that was a big pickup by the big fella right there. That's the tight end, I believe. Yeah, nice catch from the tight end. Putting a little safety release for Mr. Morales, and that's great for a first down.
That sets up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line, 35-yard line. RJ, good protection.
Yeah, but it looks like there's some laundry over there. I believe it's going to be a holding call right there on Virginia Union. It looks right there between the big uglies and the defensive line.
And I know when these coaches go back and look at this game, they are not going to be happy with all the penalties.
No, it's a little sloppy, and I think Virginia Union is expected to do that having a week off, so they have a
personal foul. Hands to the face.
Oh, actually, it's going to be a hands to the face on the
first
defense.
Down.
So Virginia Union continues to march down the field by ground, by air, and by penalty.
That's right. The drive stays alive and puts them into the red zone right here. Them knocking on the door for the first score of the ball game. And that was on Jovins Janvier right there. Got his hands up in the face mask a little bit.
Handoff for Curtis Allen, picks up a few yards, but flag is on the field again.
The weather's good, but there's still some rain out there. That raining yellow flags.
Offense, number 50.
Now it's holding on the offensive line, and that's going to push them back just a little bit more.
Move up, move back.
And like I said, Virginia Union coming off that bye week from last week, so, you know, they're going to expect to see some things not so clean, a little bit of sloppy a little bit. The second half should clean up a lot more nicely, but they're still on this drive and they still have an opportunity to get some points.
And Curtis Allen back in the backfield.
Fresh legs. He had a nice little break there. Ramon Brown doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this drive.
This running back room so effective for Virginia Union, a three-headed monster. RJ has good time. He goes to the sideline. Catch is made.
Nice
Juke
move
is
right
made.
Check my
Ricky
feet.
Key Jr.
Check my feet. You ain't got these. Nice play right there on the sideline to pick up a little bit of yak right there, yards after the catch.
A little shuck and jive from Ricky Key Jr. Picks up some extra yardage for Virginia Union. And they're in business. First down and 10.
Panthers still driving, knocking on the door.
Hand off to Curtis Allen. He jukes one guy, carries a pile of two defenders from Edward Waters, and gets this with inside the 10.
Making a tackle.
Timeout for the helmet off.
Timeout. I mean, there's a timeout because the helmet is off, but they replaced that player. But making a tackle on number 0 is a business decision. That is a big man.
Get a carry by Curtis Allen. Two defenders hanging off his jersey. And got that yards after the contact. So Virginia Union inside the 10-yard line, trying to score first.
You can smell the blood in the water. They're looking for it.
And this Edward Waters defense has to be tired out at this point. Been on the field for a minute. RJ looking at Keon Davis. He's fully covered there.
Fake the handoff to Curtis Allen, and that brought in the defense a little bit, but the throw was a little behind him. So we're looking at a second down and goal.
Travis McNichols, the DB from Miami, all over him, preventing that touchdown catch.
What I like to see at this time, inside the 10 right here, feed the big man.
Second down. This one is going to be a handoff to the big man, Curtis Allen, moving the pile closer to that goal line.
All right. So let's just do it again. Let's give it to him again.
Curtis Allen picks up a good chunk of yardage there.
You got a man like number 0, you got to give him to him. I don't want to see any brotherly shove here right here. I know that's your team, the Philadelphia Eagles, but I want to see the big man, number 0, get across that goal line.
Hey, it works, you know? You got to do what works. Let's see if they do go to Curtis Allen here. RJ drops back. There's a flag on the field.
Overthrown right there. RJ's not happy with that, a little disappointed. The throw was way too high.
There is a flag on the left side of the end zone. I mean, of course it's a flag.
Yeah, that's been the theme so far. Turnovers and flags.
All right. Defense lined up in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal.
All right.
So they're going to inch it up a little bit more, but it's still third down. And the Panthers definitely want to walk away with 6 versus 3.
Inside the 1-yard line.
But in the meantime, Brady Myers is ready to go ahead and fulfill those duties of a kicker on the sideline.
He's like, I got y'all if y'all don't score. Third down within the 1. Handoff to Curtis Allen. Curtis is in for the touchdown.
Get in there. Yeah. That's a touchdown for the big man right there. His 3rd of the season.
And that was a well-balanced drive from Virginia Union. It was Ramon Brown and Curtis Allen pushing them down the field. A few nice throws from R.J. Rosales. And it results in 6 points. With Brady Myers, the kicker, attempting the point after. He was 6 for 6 in week 0 versus Miles.
And he also had a field goal, so this right here is pretty routine for the fellow. Don't want to jinx him.
It's good.
Welcome back home, sir.
Yes, Brady Myers returning back to Florida for the first time in his college career. He was excited for his family to be out here. Well-balanced drive from Virginia Union.
Here's a touchdown again. Curtis Allen busting through the hole, not letting anybody stop him. That's good for 6 right there. The big fella, his 3rd touchdown of the season. Little celebration right there. Nothing wrong with the celly.
Nothing wrong with it.
Him and Ramon Brown up there talking about it. Ramon did a lot of the heavy lifting on that play. And there we go. Look at the band getting fired up right there.
The band getting
the triple threat.
Edward Waters Band, the triple threat.
Can't wait to see them at halftime.
The sight, the sound, and the fury. And the moves. So Edward Waters, let's see how they respond on offense.
Ensuing kickoff, Brady Myers lining up to get ready to kick another one. He's hoping to drill it deep. And the ball is going deep and into the end zone for a touchback. Brady Myers doing his job again. The Tigers looking to respond, bringing the ball out to the 20 to start their drive.
So we'll see Noah Bodden, this Edward Waters offense again for the 3rd time today, this time down by 7 at home in the inaugural Unity Classic. This is the first time these 2 teams are meeting.
Yeah. The second time for the CIAA playing SIAC opponent. They played Miles in the first week, and this is their second opponent in Edward Waters for the SIAC. And they are handling business so far in this one. But it's early. A lot of game left to play. Still in the first.
A lot of game. This will start off with a handoff, but Virginia Union all over it.
A lot of white shirts right there stopping that ball, and there's some yellow on the field as well.
Always some yellow on the field.
Seems like to be the theme right here.
Holding. Offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty. Down.
Holding on the big man right there, Javion Kaiser. Not what you want to see, but those white shirts are getting really active in there.
Yeah, that defensive front from Virginia Union has been all over this Edward Waters run game.
That means you just got to move your feet, big fella. Push up, get that power on the line right here. Let's see what they can do right here on this first down, first and long.
Already starting off on the wrong side of things. Good time there for Bowden, but
that ball just sails a little bit high. Getting look towards his favorite receiver, Makai Lovett.
Not that time. So second down and 10, second and long.
Yeah, now a lot farther behind the sticks than they would like. I know Coach Brian Jenkins is not happy about that, and they're putting themselves in a big hole. Anytime you get a holding call on first down, you're not looking at a good drive.
Second and long for Edward Waters. Snap is high, so things are already starting off wrong.
Goodness,
and
yes.
Noah Bowden takes a hit. He's down, getting back up, but things are not starting out right.
Kamari Federick right there laying the wood on Noah. Just greeting him a little bit, saying, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Little pleasantries during this Unity Classic. He laid him out in the end zone, but that play was incomplete. We're looking at a 3rd and a country mile again. Last time they had some success, but I don't think they're going to go deep on this one. I think you might want to play it safe, but, you know, what do I know? I'm not the OC.
Last time it was a 40-yard bomb to Makai Lovett. Last time Edward Waters was in this situation.
They want to at least get some yards.
Down. Third down.
Oh, yeah, that looked like a little intentional grounding from the quarterback of Noah Bowden. He didn't get out of the tackle spot right there, so he was able to throw the ball away. And when you do that, that's going to be a loss of down, and they're moving the ball back. Now his feet are in the end zone. You got to be careful about no holding calls from any of the offensive linemen, because that could result in a safety. And we'll see how Virginia Union rears back to get this play right here.
Catch is made at the 25-yard line.
Still short of the first down by Makai Lovett. Good shot, good opportunity. And it's going to be 4th and 8. And they're bringing out special teams unit to punt this ball away.
So a 3 and out for the Edward Waters offense, having a little trouble getting going here early. Virginia Union's offense coming back out, looking to score again and run the score up.
One good thing about it, you got the ball out a little bit, so the punter has some breathing room.
Ryan Gange, the punter for Edward Waters.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and he's hit.
This is going to look like it's running into the kicker right there. I don't think it's roughing. I think it's going to be running into the kicker, but we'll see.
That punt bounces around the 45-yard line.
Got to wait and see what the call is. If it's 5 yards, it's going to be probably declined. But if it's roughing, it's going to be automatic first down.
Personal foul.
Yep.
Roughing the kicker.
That's automatic first.
Defense. 15-yard penalty. An automatic first down.
Edward Waters saved by the roughing call.
Staying alive.
There you go.
Staying alive. And
Number 4.
Virginia Union on their touchdown drive, they stayed alive from the penalty calls.
That's right.
So Edward Waters has another opportunity here to get on the board.
Zaire Tart right there with the roughing call. Giving Edward Waters new life. That's a big-time penalty.
Noah keeps. He's looking downfield. Oh, catch
He
was
bobbled it
almost made
bounds.
out of bounds. Yeah, but Virginia Union just all over it.
Concentration
Steve Frazier.
with the defense right there. He's going to be credited with the pass breakup. Nice defense from the fellow.
It's been some tight coverage here from this Virginia Union DBs. And Virginia Union has a nice crowd behind them. So
Absolutely. The fans have marched in here nicely. I think they were waiting until game time because the sun is out. It's a beautiful day here in Jacksonville.
that brings up 2nd and 10 for Edward Waters.
To the sideline, Warren.
Holding. Defense.
On the same
Number
play.
10. 10-yard penalty and automatic first down.
That's Antonio Cotman, who gets called with the holding penalty. So Edward Waters gets the automatic first down.
It happened away from the play that we saw, so we didn't see that over there on the other side of the field. But, yeah, the yellow rain is helping the home team right now, and they're marching up and down the field.
First and 10 for Edward Waters, near the 50. Handoff there to Brady Tillman. Doesn't pick up much.
Short game. That white wall of defense right there, number 6, number 9. They're just really plugging the holes and the gaps right there, number 8. And number 2 up top. All them single digits. Look at that. Them defensive linemen got them single digits. They must be some dogs right there, for sure.
So that brings up about 2nd and 7.
Biden changing the play right here.
Handoff again, this time to John Terrius Thomas, who gets some nice chunk yardage on that play.
A little close. Doesn't look like it's quite a first
Number
down.
85 of Edward Waters changed 30.
3rd and 4, looks like.
John Terrius, the junior out of Gadsden, Colorado.
He's been running strong all day. He had that 1 turnover, but besides that, he's been running really strong all day. Real big chance for a 3rd and 4 conversion right here from Edward Waters.
Quick pass from Noah. Catch is made for the first down, and it is Fatoma Polk.
Big catch right there. And that's going to be good for a first down. Keeps those chains moving. Edward Waters still on the drive. They're hungry to answer that bell from that first touchdown from Virginia Union.
Big body tight end. Polk is 6'2", 215 pounds.
JT right there off the right side. Picks up a couple of yards. And we're looking at the second a long 9. That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Virginia Union on top, 7-0 over the home team, Edward Waters University. But they are driving, looking to score in the inaugural Unity Classic right here on ESPN+. Welcome back to the Jungle. Second quarter action for the inaugural Unity Classic. It is the Edward Waters Tigers looking to get some points on the board against the Virginia Union Panthers. Virginia Union struck first, up 7-0 now.
Started the second quarter right here. Oh, did that skip off the ground? No, yeah, it did.
Skipped off the ground.
Nice acting right there, but yeah, that's not going to be an incomplete pass.
That's Torrey Morrison trying to sell it, the senior wide receiver out of Miami, Florida, the intended target.
Yeah, close but not close enough.
That brings up 3rd and 9 now for Edward Waters on this drive that's been kept alive from the yellow flags.
That's right. They started out in the end zone back there, or at least got back to there for some penalties, and now.
Low snap, but Noah takes off, looking for a receiver downfield. Ooh!
That's going to be
it.
a completion for a first down right there.
And that's Cam Taylor, the junior out of Dallas, Texas, with that catch.
Big time catch, moving the chains.
A lot of different receivers getting involved here in this Edward Waters offense. Cam Taylor had a catch for 10 yards last week in Edward Waters' win over Miles.
John Terrace dancing. He's picked up quite a bit right there. It looked like he got 6 or 7 yards.
John Terrace moving that pow. First down for Edward Waters. So back-to-back conversions here on this drive.
One thing about John Terrace, he's going to be excited to get that ball again. He's really trying to make up for that lost fumble early in the first quarter. And then he may get his chance to get back in the end zone right here.
First and 10, offense getting set. Noah. Oh!
That's out of bounds. Actually, it's second and 5 or 7 and 6 on. It's not going to be 3rd and 5 right here.
That was Davari Morris, the intended receiver. Throw just a little late.
A little bit out of bounds and too high. But here's a chance right here. It looks like they may have a opportunity for 2 plays right here. 3rd and 4th down. They may go for it on 4th if they come up short. They did that earlier in the first half. Yeah, we're looking at 3rd and 6 right here. That's not right on your screen right there.
3rd and 6 for this Edward Waters offense.
Biden.
Pressure coming.
Oh.
Pressure hits home. Noah Biden brought down.
Number 5 right there with
Makai Lewis.
Big time sack right there. That was a big time play. He's been rushing over there, knocking on the door, and he finally gets around and hits pay dirt right there over Biden. Big time sack.
And you talked about this white front, this white wall from this Virginia Union defense, and we see why they're in single digits.
I'm telling you, man, you got to earn those single digits now, especially on a defensive line front. That's not something you see every day, so there got to be a bunch of dogs, and they're just proving it right there.
Makai Lewis last week had a pass breakup and a quarterback hit. Now he logs his first sack of the season.
Yeah, I talked about this earlier about this second chance to go for it on a 4th down. It looks like they're going to try that right here.
Fourth down attempt for Edward Waters.
Delay a game. That's going to push it back. Not really what they're expecting, so they're not going to go for it on this. Actually, they're going to go probably for, looks like they're going to punt the ball right here. Try to get them in a corner to at least give them a very long field to go. About 4th and 12.
And it's Ryan Gange, the punter here for Edward Waters.
Very well, I thought. Yeah.
Is he going to fake it? No. He's just waiting, baiting him a little bit, trying to get that little corner kick. And it doesn't do too bad. And it gets it right there about the 11-yard line.
So, the Virginia Union defense stands tall again. Edward Waters still scoreless. The Panthers get the ball back. Trying to run up the score.
Try to keep the momentum going. That last drive they had was very consistent. Ate a lot of clock, and it just showed their versatility by kind of running up and down the field between Ramon Brown and Curtis Allen. A little double dose of 0 and 3, and Curtis Allen's going to start this drive off, and it looks like they're going to try to push it a little bit more further up the field.
So they're starting deep in their own territory. But we know this Panthers offense can move. First play is to Curtis Allen. Oh, he was about to hit a move, but he slipped.
Okay. There we go. Get the ball on out. Got a little chippy down there.
Hey, it's the Unity Classic.
Yeah, we can't have that on the Unity Classic. It looked like he did right there. It looked like he threw a little Unity spirited punch right there. Get off me, fella.
You know, these are 2 undefeated teams.
Yeah, so they're really playing for a lot here on this game. You can't tell them this game doesn't mean anything, because it does. Morales getting that cadence going. The guys in purple are leaning.
Now Trayvon Tinsley enters the backfield for Virginia Union. He gets the carry. He takes off.
I'm telling you.
Enough for a first down?
Yeah, it's close. You said earlier a triple-headed monster. He's quite making that quadruple-headed monster right there with Morales and Ramon Brown and Curtis Allen. And now you got my man right there.
Trayvon Tinsley, the junior out of Charlotte. He had 5 carries for 37 yards last week. And we know Coach Parker and the offensive coordinator Eric Dooley are going to go deep into this running back room every week.
He's getting his chance, and he's breaking out again.
Tries to get to the outside, picks up a good chunk yardage. That was David Law Mortimer on the tackle, saving that one because he was seeing all green.
It's going to be 2nd and 6, long 6 right here. Coming to the shadows of their own 30.
Handoff again. This time,
No
Edward
haps.
Waters was there.
No haps right there.
And that was Javen Jenkins.
Number 99. Stuffing the hole right there. He's getting out. He's going out on this 3rd down. Looking for some rush-ins on this play. Going to try to put some pressure on Morales.
3rd down. Virginia Union trying to keep this drive alive. Try to get these fans back cheering. RJ drops back. Oh, he escapes the pressure. A flag is on the field, but he's taken off down the sideline.
It might be a holding call right there. There's helmet on the ground.
There's a flag on the field as RJ was hawked down by Robert Lewis. We went a good little while without a flag.
It's been a couple of plays. Yep. Holding. Is a goal. And they're going to, of course.
Action. Be declined. 4th down.
Okay. They're going to be declined. It's going to be 4th and 5, and it looks like they're going to. I would be surprised if they went for it right here, but Coach knows his team a little better than I do.
We're about to find out. We know.
Well, they still got the offense on the field. So.
Oh, now a challenge flag is thrown.
Oh, okay.
Coach Parker throws the red flag.
I think what is he? Is he challenging the reception mark wherever he went out? Because if it was declined, so he has to be challenging where they call the reception out of bounds.
Yeah, the penalty was declined. So, the punter is warming up, Joshua Mitchell for Virginia Union. Stretching on the sideline here.
One thing about these televised games right here gives the coaches an advantage of the opportunity to do the review. A lot of D2 games don't have that option because of that. So, but you have all the cameras in place. It gives them an opportunity to review.
Absolutely. University, and Coach Parker just threw that challenge flag. The punter is going to be coming out on the field. It's 4th and 5.
Yeah, it looks like that play is going to stand. The receiver stepped out about the 36-yard line, so even though they declined the ball, they're still going to be short, so they're going to punt the ball away.
The punter is Joshua Mitchell, a freshman for Virginia Union.
No, Edward Waters may be looking for a return right here.
That's Torrey Morrison.
Looking for
set
a
to
big
return.
play. Looking for a big play.
For Edward Waters. Look like the sun's in his face. He's blocking that sun, so we'll see. Virginia Union up 7-0.
Nice spiral kick, but it's going to be headed out to the sideline. Where is the ref going to stop it? It's going to stop right at the. Oh, man. Wow, that's a short kick right at the 45.
So Edward Waters will get busy from the 45-yard line. Nice position for the Edward Waters offense that's still looking for their first points of the game. It's Noah Bodden.
Actually, it's the 35. My bad. It's going to be the 35.
35-yard line here for Edward Waters. A little more work to do there.
A little more,
than
yeah,
the
the extra 10 yards. That's okay. They do sprints every day. They're used to that. Biden.
Quick pass there from Noah. Ooh, tackle made immediately from Virginia Union. Catch made by Antonio Russell. Tackle made there from Virginia Union DB.
Number 4.
Zaire Tart. Excuse me, Steve Frazier.
Second and short right here. Biden in the shotgun.
Handoff to Jontarius Thomas. Pushes straight up the middle. Gets a good chunk, but just short of that first down.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give it to him. Why not? It's Unity Classic.
Hey, it's a Unity Classic. Spread love.
So, first down carry there from Jontarius Thomas.
Biden moving to the sideline, getting the call.
Now they're at the 45-yard
Now they're
line.
at the 45. See, I told you. I could see
You were
in the
just
future.
seeing, yeah, you were just predicting the future.
That's all.
Great analyst, you know?
Hey, we try to do our thing. Uh-oh. Yellow rain.
You know, it always rains in Florida. You
Yes,
said
it
you
does.
never know.
It never
Offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty.
got to hold it, big fella. That's going to hurt.
So, after a big gain on the ground, Edward Waters is going to get backed up from the holding call.
First and 15 at the 40 at the 40 because they had to zero back 5 yards. Can't shoot yourself in the foot. Let's see what they can do right here. Keep this drive alive.
Quick throw to the sideline. Catch is made.
By number 14 right there.
Isaiah Jones.
That's going to be second and long. About 8 yards to go to pick up the first down. Biden looks like he's trying to get in rhythm a little bit. Back-to-back receptions.
Handoff. Whoa. Fakes the handoff.
Oh, that's-
Goes deep, wide
That is
open.
open right there. He's not gone. He's gone.
Touchdown. Edward Waters University gets on the board.
Man, that is a big-time defensive mess up right there. They just bit on that fake handoff, and it was nothing but open grass in front of that receiver, and that's good for a touchdown.
Batiste
Number 14.
gets the score, gets Edward Waters on the board, and now we have a tied ball game.
Yep, Isaiah Jean Baptiste with the touchdown, and with this extra point right here, that's going to tie things up. And that's what we're looking at, 7-7 in the second quarter.
Media timeout.
All tied up here on ESPN Plus. Edward Waters strikes back. It's a touchdown pass from Noah Bodden to Isaiah Jean Baptiste for the score. Now we're all tied up in the inaugural Unity Classic. How can Virginia Union respond? 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. We're about to find out.
7-7, and it looks pretty good. We're going to see what Virginia Union has in their tank to respond, and I know it's going to be probably a hefty run game led by Ramon Brown and Curtis Allen.
We know anything about this Virginia Union squad, it's going to be a heavy run game.
Yeah, the ball's kicked out of bounds. They're going to pick it up at, I believe, the 35, or where is they going to move it
Well,
to?
a flag was thrown.
Yeah, it's because the ball was kicked out of bounds, so we're going to pick things up at the 25.
Virginia Union going to be starting at the 25-yard line. 6 minutes to work with. We know they can manage that clock well, especially with this quadruple-headed run game.
That's right, the quadruple-headed monster. Because they are running, they are deep in that running back room, that's for sure.
And the latest guy leading that train is Trevon Tinsley, the junior running back out of Charlotte. That touchdown drive for Virginia Union was led by him on the ground, punched into the end zone by Curtis Allen. They have so many guys that can run that rock.
Uh-oh. Where them fans at?
The fans are here.
Oh, the fans are definitely here. I'm talking about the boots on the ground.
I
That's
know,
playing
I'm
in
making
Blaine,
a play on it.
Yes, they're definitely in the building enjoying this ball game. The 7-7 tie. You were talking about this song a little earlier, so you know.
I was.
You don't mess up the footwork in here now.
Now, Edward Waters fans packed out their side of the stadium.
Here we go.
Virginia Union showed up, too.
Yeah, they did. They came out in full force, and that's a little nice road trip for them folks out there in Virginia Union. So for them to make the trip on, that's pretty good.
And there go the fans.
There we go. Edward Waters fan out there.
You know how to do the dance.
I don't know how to do the dance. Thanks for embarrassing me right here, but I'm working on it. We're working on it.
We have to get that sorted out.
Yeah, I haven't gone to any of the by the time we do our next game, we got our next game in October.
Yes.
In Atlanta, so I'll be working on that.
The fans are on the edge of their seat.
Yeah, they are. They are. They should be.
They were lively earlier when both teams were scoring, but now they're seeing the situation. Both teams undefeated. Both want to get a win. The fans are tense and tight.
Well, it's been a busy week for them. You know, they've had the luncheon, and then they had the achievement week, and then they had the Battle of the Bands yesterday, and then they have a step show tonight and a gospel concert tomorrow. So it's been a busy Unity
The previous
schedule.
play is under further review.
The previous
Edward
play.
Waters has taken a timeout, and this is his first challenge of the game.
Okay, we're going to take a media timeout right before they're going to review this to see where the ball was actually kicked out or touched before it went out. So stay with us. We'll be back from Jacksonville.
The inaugural Unity Classic, featuring a first-time matchup between the Edward Water Tigers out of the SIAC and the Virginia Union Panthers of the CIAA.
Yeah, you just saw the triple threat over there chilling right there. We're still waiting on this call, and it looks like they got the ball lined up at the 35. It looks like the call is going to go in favor of Virginia Union, that the ball actually did go out of bounds, which would result in a penalty because it did not touch inbounds off the kickoff, so it's going to be at the 35.
So this Virginia Union offense that likes to get it done on the ground. They're taking the field again. It's about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Definitely want to score again before they head into halftime. We're all tied up, 7-7.
Led by quarterback R.J. Morales. Yeah.
Receiver caught the ball out of bounds.
Right.
Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. Edward Waters will be charged a timeout and will no longer be able to challenge in this half.
So both coaches have lost their challenge. They threw the red flag, and they both are 0 for 2. We'll see how it works in the second half.
Virginia Union starting with a run to Curtis Allen. Of course, he drags a couple of Tigers with him to the 50-yard line.
That's good for a 16-yard pickup right there, moving the chains. Curtis Allen is a monster.
Taking names, a bunch of missed tackles, a whole lot of yards after that contact for Curtis Allen, the big power back for Virginia Union, leading this running back room with Jada Byers now moving on.
Something you don't want to see right there after a big-time play. You got some offensive linemen moving before the ball is snapped. And
Ball start, offense, number 7.
Got to hold your water, big fella.
Getting too excited after that run.
First and 15, still at the logo, though.
That was Savion Moore who got called for that penalty.
Not the exact way you want to get your name called on TV. But I've been there before.
So it's going to be first and 15 for Virginia Union. Big gain. Brought back a little bit by that penalty.
Shotgun, and Curtis Allen is the up back.
RJ drops back. He's going deep. Overthrown. Looked like there was some contact, but this time the rain stopped. There was no flag.
Looked like it was just a little incidental contact. We won't call that too tough. So ball is coming back, and it looks like it's going to be second and 15. Just a little too much air under that ball from Mr. Morales.
That was great coverage there from the Edward Waters DB, Rodney Williams. Excuse me.
Was it 3 and 5? No, it's David Lobb Baltimore. He was there on the play. And that's
Virginia Union bursts into Edward Waters territory.
R.J. Morales with the big-time throw and catch to number 8. Or was that 9?
That's 8. Jeremiah Francis, the tight
Jeremiah
end.
Francis. There's a flag in the back here. But it looks like it's going to go against Edward Waters. They're going to decline it. And it's going to be a big pickup.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense number 17. The 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. Number 54 can remain in the game.
So Jeremiah Francis with the big catch puts Virginia Union in Edward Waters territory.
Correction. Absence. This is to the goal.
Knocked the helmet off a little bit, but he still were able to stay in the game because it was illegally knocked off.
Plus the penalty puts them in the red zone.
Yeah. They're getting close. They're knocking on the door. And number 0 is getting ready.
And he wants it, and Curtis Allen gets it. Skirting past some Edward Waters defenders
called
into
it.
the end zone.
Get in there. Yeah. That's a touchdown for Curtis Martin, his second of the day and his 4th of the season.
Curtis Allen, dangerous anywhere you put him on the field, but in the red zone, you already know he's getting in there. Second touchdown of the day for the senior running back from Petersburg, Virginia.
I called him Curtis Martin. That's a Hall of Famer, so I'm already speaking life into the young man. That's Curtis Allen right there, looking good and bringing out Brady Myers so he can kick his second PAT of the afternoon.
Wow, Curtis Allen is a unit.
Yes. All man. Looking good back there, running behind that offensive line and getting it done.
And that point after attempt is good, of course, from Brady Myers. So Virginia Union up now 14-7 over Edward Waters. It's the Unity Classic in the jungle.
The game time on the game clock.
Curtis Allen gets his second touchdown of the day to put Virginia Union up 14-7 over Edward Waters in the inaugural Unity Classic right here in the jungle, Jacksonville, Florida. And Curtis Allen and this run game have been the story for Virginia Union so far, Marvin. But this offensive line has been doing their job.
That's right. Savion Moore, Christian Solomon, Joseph Rounds, Adrian Crespin, and Matthias and Nielsen getting the job done, the big beefs up front. So I got to shout out to them. But here's the kickoff return. And it's going to be stopped short right there.
That was Brady Tillman with the return for Edward Waters.
And another flag on the play, so it may be coming back. We're going to see what that call is.
Edward Waters looking to put some more points on the board before we head to halftime.
But, yeah, one thing we were talking about, that offense from Virginia Union, it really came to play. They're putting together some awesome drives. It's going to be a holding call on Edward Waters, so they're going to be taking it back.
And this Virginia Union offense has just been so phenomenal today. It's been the run game, but it's been very well balanced. There's a touchdown catch earlier in the drive that set things up for Curtis Allen to power his way into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. He is taking names on this Edward Waters defense, carrying defenders all over the field.
He is definitely putting in his campaign for CIAA offensive player of the year by doing what he's doing best, and that's running hard and running strong.
Now Edward Waters starting deep in their own territory after that penalty on the return. Noah Bodden has a touchdown pass today. He's looking for another one. He's got good time. He goes downfield. He has a receiver wide open.
Oh, man, he got him turned around too many times. It's hard to make that play. I know some folks at home saying he should have caught that, but it's hard once you turn around once to get in that space and catch it.
Yeah, and he had to turn around a few times there. That was Kerryon Jackson, the receiver downfield.
But he did break out.
Oh, that would have been perfect. But that brings up second down and 10. for Edward Waters.
And they've been getting some players open, so they've been having some getting some defensive busts. So we're going to see how that works out for them.
Handoff this
Oh,
time.
another fumble right there.
Who's going to get it? The ball is still loose. Virginia Union jumps on the ball. They're fighting for it.
Yeah, number 14 for Edward Waters recovers. So that ball's going to stay with Edward Waters.
Isaiah Jean Baptiste, the wide receiver, fights for that fumble recovery.
Yeah, that's the second fumble for Edward Waters right there, but they were lucky to catch that. And honestly, and ironically, that's the same place where he fumbled it the first time in the first quarter, but he was going the other way towards the end zone. John Terry's got to hold on to that rock because I'm telling you, that white wall of defense is coming for it.
So Edward Waters stays alive, third down. This time Bodden keeps it. He's going downfield again.
Oh,
that's a lot of contact.
That's going to be a flag right there. You can't get away with that. And that's a big-time play for Edward Waters to come up with that.
Antonio Russell, the receiver, draws the contact. So Edward Waters will be moved down the field.
And that's a play that you can't, a mistake you can't make if you're Virginia
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
You can't make that mistake if you're Virginia Union. They got your boys pulled that deep, third and long, and you can't make a pass interference call like that. You give them life.
That was Breon Gunnell, the corner from Virginia Union.
Time is 2 minutes. Time is 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
So we're just under 3 minutes in this second quarter to halftime. The referees are keeping the time on the field, having some issues with our clock over there, the scoreboard.
So that sets up a first down for Edward Waters. Plenty of time still on this clock before we hit halftime.
Nice move right there, but he just walked into that white wall of defense right there.
Jontarius Thomas not able to pick up that much. Bringing up second down.
That defensive line is eating it all up. They're looking good.
Those single digits.
Those single digits led by, look like, Zachary Weaver, a redshirt junior out of Denwiddle, Virginia.
Those hometown boys.
Big time play right here, second and long.
Bodden has a receiver open. He makes the catch.
Looks like that ball might have hit the ground.
It bobbled a little bit, but looked like it was secured by Antonio Russell.
He's going to keep it. The one thing about it, they don't have a red flag anyway. They couldn't challenge it if they wanted to.
So Antonio Russell moves the chains to midfield.
That was a big-time play from number 88 right there.
2-minute timeout.
And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. The Edward Waters Tigers.
Okay.
The Edward Waters Tigers with a big chunk gain there from Antonio Russell. And Antonio is starting to heat up a little bit for this Edward Waters offense.
Yeah, he's looking good catching that ball, and Noah's getting the time that he needs to survey the field and look at his plays and get you there.
And we see it, the SIAC football standings. The Edward Waters Tigers 2-0 for the first time since 2004.
And knocking on the door at Albany State, 1-0. They're 2-0 overall. Tuskegee as well, and Clark Atlanta with a big win over Fort Valley State on Thursday night.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about this picture is Miles College, the defending SIAC champs, sitting at 0-2 at the bottom right now. Yeah. They are missing their former head coach, Sam Shea, who moved on to Alabama A&M. So a retool happening for the Golden Bears.
They also had to replace some 20 starters. So they got a whole bunch of new players and a whole bunch of new team guys to play on that team. So they're going to be okay. They just got to keeping pounding and keeping the things moving. And they'll have some success. But it's good to see Edward Waters on top. I know they're excited. They still got to win this game today. But they're excited to be where they are in the SIAC.
Edward Waters starting off strong under this new era with Coach Brian Jenkins, the interim head coach, taking over in July. So he's only had about 2 months to not only build his identity for this team, but build his coaching staff. Yeah. He had to build the coaching staff on the fly, and you see his offensive coordinator in that huddle right there, Coach Eric Dooley. Coach Dooley, a former head coach at Southern University, now the offensive coordinator for Coach Jenkins. And Coach Jenkins talked about how proud he was of Coach Dooley, taking a step back from a head coach and accepting an assistant position, something that Coach Jenkins has done in the past himself. And, man, has Coach Dooley led such a high-power offense for Edward Waters.
I'm trying to tell you, I mean, we're talking about the middle of June. That's like only two months ago, and you have no idea that you're going to be leading this team as the head coach. But Brian Jenkins Jr. definitely has the experience of head coaching, and then he's going to prove it this season.
4-time MEAC champ as a head coach of Bethune-Cookman University. Coach Jenkins knows how to win, and he's bringing that championship pedigree now as the interim head coach of the Edward Waters Tigers. And Bodden drops back. He has good time. He goes downfield.
Oh! That is some great defense right there from Virginia Union, making it look easy right there.
The pass breakup for Breon Goodell. The pass was intended to Kerryon Jackson.
He goes full extension right here to get that PBU. That's seatbelt right there.
And these Virginia Union defensive backs, they've been on point today.
Great camera work from our ESPN Plus crew to get that right there. He laid all out for that one, and that's a big-time play.
And I know Breon wishes he hauled that in, because look at him on the sidelines. He's not dancing.
No.
He's like, man, I wish I caught that. But that athleticism.
Looks like we had a penalty in that chaos, and that moved the ball up 15.
And that's why he's not happy.
Yeah, he's not happy on that. And it wasn't on his call, but it looks like they got another rain to keep them going, that yellow rain.
But when you make a big play like that, like Breon did, to have a penalty negated and still move Edward Waters down the field, that is gut-wrenching.
Very deflating. But you got to erase it, forget it, and keep it moving because this drive is still going. We're under 2 minutes.
Noah pressured,
screenplay,
jumps it off, and he's still going off the screen
13.
all the way to the end zone.
Oh, and that play is going to come back. I believe that is a block in the back right there, I believe.
Torrey Morrison finds his way to the end zone off the check down from Noah Bodden, but there is a flag on the field.
That is tough. That's a tough play right there. The screen was wide open. He found a lot of open space.
Illegal block in the back.
Yeah, it's going to be a legal block in the back right there. I don't know if there's a such thing as a legal block in the back, but either way, it's coming back.
Oh, that is tough. So Edward Waters will march back.
Watch this right here, Bodden. Finds him wide open in the middle. And that's all a receiver loves is to get in that lane, and he just sees open space. But here you'll see right here the block at the back, right there on number 10. Just a slight touch right there, but that's enough. No, actually, it's just right there in front of us. It was a blur.
That's tough.
But they still have an opportunity.
Still plenty of time on the clock here. Edward Waters, deep in Virginia Union territory. Snap is high. Noah finds his guy. He shakes off the defender. He's
Another
still
flag
going,
on the play. Another flag on the play. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Well, you're looking right here at the 20-yard line. There's some yellow rain.
Antonio Russell makes the catch, shimmies to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
Let's hear from the white hat.
Player, offense, 11. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Offense shooting themselves in the foot. So a 5-yard penalty. They're moved back. Still first down, but back-to-back penalties.
1 minute and 20 seconds. Game time is 1 minute and 20 seconds.
On this Edward Waters offense. A minute and 20 seconds to work with for the Tigers. Still plenty of time.
Plenty of time right now. Nothing to get too razzled about. This is first and 15 from the 25.
Pressure is coming, but the catch is made, but it's blown up immediately. Antonio Russell makes the grab.
Number 3 is looking nice.
Ahmad Ross, the linebacker, the junior from New Jersey, blows it up immediately.
Immediately sat him down. Nice play right there.
Going to bring up second down here for Edward Waters.
Clock is ticking.
1 minute on the game clock.
1 minute.
1 minute on the game clock and running.
We're under a minute right here with just before halftime.
Second down. Clock is ticking. Under 50 seconds. Noah pressured immediately. He
Biden
takes off. He makes the throw to
nice catch.
Antonio Russell, who gets the
two-
grab inbounds.
2 feet in.
And the first down for the Tigers, who are now in the red zone.
And that stops the clock.
Tigers in the red zone now.
Right at the 10-yard line.
Antonio Russell has been the hot hand for the Tigers on this drive.
Virginia Union sideline over here. Their fans are getting hype a little bit.
A lot of it.
Trying to hype up the crowd.
I think the chant they're looking for is defense.
Yes,
defense.
there we go.
They don't know what to do now.
He's trying to get them to shut them out of this offensive play. I mean, the end zone right here.
First and goal for Edward Waters. Biden.
Oh, it's an interception.
Interception.
There's a flag in the end zone. That might be coming back. It might be a little pass interference in there as well.
Lamumba Howard snags the interception for Virginia Union in the end zone, but a flag is on the field.
Looks like pass interference in the end zone, so it's going to come back, and they're going to get a chance to get that down again.
Interception, pass interference.
Half distance to the goal line, and they're going back to first down.
That was Antonio Cotman with the pass interference play.
But here we are, ball's at the 2-yard line. We should be around the 30-second mark.
Edward Waters.
Game time is 22 seconds, and the game will start on the snap.
22
game
seconds.
Time is 22 seconds, and we'll start on the snap.
I don't know what the timeout situation is. Okay, Edward Waters has 1 timeout, so
Edward Waters knocking on the door on the 2-yard line.
22 seconds right here.
Looking to tie the game and head into the locker room. All evened up.
If they run this ball right here, they're going to have to get a timeout to stop the clock.
And there goes the chance from the Virginia Union fans trying to fire up that white wall.
Snap. Virginia, your second time out.
Virginia Union is going to take their second time out. So it's getting intense now.
Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. 22 seconds left on the clock. Edward Waters University on the 2-yard line, knocking on the door, looking to get pay dirt right here to tie things up before the half.
And you mentioned it, Marvin. They're on the 2-yard line. You know, you instantly think handoff.
Yeah.
But they're only working with 22 seconds.
Yeah, they do have a timeout, so if they do come up short, they can call a timeout. So they do have that option, but you know, right now you're getting under 20 seconds. You don't really know what you're gonna. You don't want to play with the time right now because you can't walk out here without getting any points. That'll be devastating.
And these defenses have been making plays so far today. Coming into the game, both of these teams averaged. Both of these teams came into today averaging over 40 points a game.
Yeah. But anytime you got 2 great defenses like that, you're going to shorten up on the scoring side.
22 seconds. Here we go. Edward Waters on the 2-yard line.
Clock starts at the snap. Jontaris Thomas up here, the up back, and the shotgun.
Handoff is to Jontarius, who takes it up the middle and into the end zone.
That's a diving swish.
Jontarius Thomas ties up the game for the Edward Waters Tigers.
And he's making up for that first quarter fumble that he had. I hate to keep bringing that up, but I know that he's regretting that earlier in the game, but look how he comes in strong right here. He's been running tough ever since that. And there he is right there. Takes a contact and dives in, swish. That's good for a touchdown.
Like you said, took a big hit.
Yeah, he did. Stayed
afloat, though, to break that plane. And the point after attempt is good.
Yeah, we're looking at a tie contest, 14-14. Jontarius Thomas, you're the man. He's already had 2 fumbles in this game, recovered 1, and he lost 1. But right here is all that matters.
18 seconds. Game time is 18 seconds.
Gets in the end zone. Get in there. Yeah, that's a touchdown for the big fella. You got to be happy about that.
So 18 seconds left on the clock before we head to halftime. This Unity Classic is living up to the hype, Marvin.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they had a busy week celebrating, and right now we're about to see the triple threat come out on the field and do their thing. But we have 18 seconds right here with the kickoff, and I wouldn't imagine there's going to be too much going on if they, get this return. I wouldn't imagine they would try to go deep on this. They'd probably be happy going in at 14-14, but we'll see how this goes.
So it's Trayvon Tinsley.
Ryan Gagne on the kick.
Trayvon set to return for Virginia Union.
And we're going to get a return.
Trayvon takes off. Full
Anything
head
can
of
happen.
steam. He's moving guys out the
Oh,
way.
my
He's
gosh.
taken down at the 35-yard line. Flag on the field.
Well, of course there's a flag on the field. I think they left it there
Forgot to pick it up
from the last time.
after the 50th.
Personal foul,
Looks like
face mask, kicking team. The 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down, Virginia Union.
Yeah, it looked like number 22 got a face mask from Virginia Union. It's going to push the ball up 15 yards, but again, maybe they may go deep.
Game time is 10 seconds.
They may go
Game time is 10 seconds.
They may go deep for a Hail Mary. Why not?
Right. 10 seconds to make something work here before we head to halftime. Virginia Union talking something over there in that huddle.
Yeah.
All tied up.
See what RJ has in that arm, that cannon over there. Maybe he can roll out over here to the right, get him out into some open space, and let him launch it and see what comes down with it.
Got his big man next to him, Curtis Allen, in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if he took this 50-plus yards to the house. RJ drops back. Looking for something downfield. He takes off. He's running. Clock is ticking. He's still going. Gets the block and gets wrapped up at the 35-yard line.
I think that might do it.
Yup.
Did he stop it? I think they did stop it. Oh, they had enough time to stop it. There's still some time left on the clock.
RJ looks frustrated after that play.
Nope, they said that there is not enough time. He ran it out. It was only 10 seconds.
They're headed to the locker room. That is going to do it for the first half of action in the inaugural Unity Classic. We're all tied up at 14. It's Virginia Union and the Edward Waters Tigers. Two big cats with a lot of dogs on their team going at it in Jacksonville.
I see what you did there, Simone.
It's halftime here in the jungle. It is the inaugural Unity Classic featuring the back-to-back CIAA champs, Virginia Union University, and the surging team out of the SIAC, the Edward Waters University Tigers. This game is all tied up 14-14, and it's living up to the hype, Marvin.
That's right.
This was one of the most anticipated games in HBCU football this week, and I would say it's doing its job.
Obviously, yes. They got two teams that are undefeated, that are looking to have some conference championships in their future, so it definitely is living up to the billing.
And who's living up to the hype is Curtis Allen, the running back for Virginia University, who's been waiting in the wing behind the record breaker, Jada Byers, who moved on from the Panthers program. Curtis Allen showing off the size, showing off the mobility, the footwork, and his scoring ability. He has 2 touchdowns for the Panthers today.
That makes 4 on the season for the young man. He had 175 yards last week. I know he's well near 100 yards right now, if not even more, and he's got a whole another half to play.
And this Edward Waters offense getting it done in multiple ways. They scored on the ground with running back Jontarius Thomas. They scored through the air from a pass from Bodden to Isaiah Jean-Baptiste. So this offense from Coach Brian Jenkins is being well balanced right now.
That's right, and they're answering the call. Both of them are getting punched in the mouth a little bit, and they're still coming back out fighting. I think Edward Waters, the first game of the season, they were down 0-14 to Savannah State, but came back to win that game by a large margin. So they know how it is to be under an adversity, and they're looking forward to playing the second half and coming out with the win in the inaugural Unity Classic.
And the story coming into this game was the offenses. Both teams averaging over 40 points a game. But the defenses, Marvin, they've been standing tall.
Yeah, we got some turnovers in this game. We had an interception earlier, and then we also had a fumble recovery. Edward Waters is trying to battle back from that and kind of stay away from that turnover machine. But the same thing is coming with Virginia Union. They are bringing the wood, that white wall of defense. We talk about those single digits defensive linemen. They are bringing it, and they are stopping everything up front.
And there's a whole lot of action going on today across the SIAC. Let's take a peek at our weekly honors that we got a few days ago. Offensive Player of the Week, Isaiah Knowles out of Albany State University. Defensive Player of the Week, Trayvon French from Edward Waters right here in the jungle. Special Teams Player of the Week, Lorcan Ryans from Tuskegee. And the Newcomer of the Week, E.J. Hall from Tuskegee as well.
That's right. They're looking good. And Trayvon Finch, number 34, he's the big man in the middle. He is leading with his team with 16 tackles and is in the top 10 for tackles in the SIAC.
Yep. Getting it mixy in the jungle. Yeah, we're coming back with some second half action soon.
I'm going to check out this triple threat band.
It was a wild first half in the jungle, leaving us all tied up 14-14 between the Edward Waters Tigers and the Virginia Union Panthers. I'm Simone Stanley, joined by Marvin James. And Marvin, we had an exciting first half, but when you look at the second half, how do you see these two teams coming out of the locker room?
Well, we had an exciting long first half, and what we're hoping to see in the second half is a little shorter because we want to eliminate some of those penalties on both sides of the ball. The game has been sloppy with a lot of excess penalties, and I know both coaches are talking and preaching that right now. And what I expect to see from Virginia Union is more of a dose of that running game that they have, dominated by Curtis Allen, and I think they're going to continue to see a lot of that. One thing that I'm also looking at is once Edward Waters has gotten to their red zone a couple times, they went for it on fourth down a couple times. And that is something that I talked about earlier about special teams play. We have a player in Brady Myers from Virginia Union who is an excellent place kicker, and it might come down to his foot because this game is so tight right now.
And when you look at this Edward Waters defense, how do you want to see them attacking that Virginia Union run game that has a stable of backs?
I think they just have to keep on hitting those holes and just continue to pursue the football. I know one of the times you're not going to bring down Curtis or you're not going to bring down Ramon Brown by one player alone. You're going to have to just wrap up with so many different players. So just continue to hit them, keep poking away at that ball, and hopefully you can force some turnovers.
And offensively, for the Tigers, how can they defend the home turf today?
Yeah, I think the Tigers are playing well. Noah Biden is actually being really calm in this game right now, and I think he's finding a rhythm with his receivers. I think he just continues to roll out a little bit and nick and pick and just find those dink and dunk, those little plays that he can get, and not try to get the home run ball, but just get enough because we already seen that once those receivers can get the ball in their hands, they can make big-time plays with that.
Absolutely, and this game's going to mean a lot for the SIAC as Edward Waters is undefeated for the first time since 2004. But they're not the only undefeated team in the SIAC. There's a couple of programs breathing down their neck right now.
Yeah, we're talking about Albany State right there at 2-0 and Tuskegee as well. And Clark Atlanta knocking on the door. They had a big-time win over a Fort Valley State at their home in Clark on Thursday night. So they're also there. It's early in the season. Anything can happen, but this is a non-region matchup for Edward Waters, but they still want to win this game going against the CIAA in the inaugural inaugural Unity Classic. So that's definitely something that they want to walk away with the win, no matter if it's region or not, or conference or not.
And the Unity Classic, this is the first time, but this has been years in the making, and so far is living up to the hype. We have second half action coming to you soon from the jungle.
Stay with us.
And dance. Marvin James does know today, kind of, is a swag serve. It's been fun out here today, Marvin. First annual inaugural Unity Classic.
That's right. It's exciting. Big, busy week for the city of Jacksonville and Duval. And they're enjoying themselves, and both Virginia Union and and Edward Waters are doing their thing.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about this before. This classic is a few years in the making. So Virginia Union's president and Edward Waters University's president, they're great friends. They have a great relationship. They've been wanting to get a classic going, and now it's finally here.
That's right. And these two conferences are not strangers to one another. Back in the day, they used to have the Pioneer Bowl, which was a postseason bowl between the CIAA and the SIAC. And the SIAC and the CIAA also participate in the Hall of Fame Classic, which is in Canton, the first week of the season. And those are the winners of both conferences. So they are no strangers to one another. And anytime they can get together for another classic like the Unity Classic, why not do it?
Why not? And Virginia Union is playing in back-to-back classics. Like you said, week 0, they played in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Right. They have a bye week. Now they're back in the Classic. And Coach Parker talked about how huge it is for his program to always be considered for these big games, what it does on a national scale for the program, and also the experience that it brings his players. He said when they went to Canton for the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic, he had players on his roster that's never been to Ohio before. So they were excited to be out there. And then he said this week he had players on his roster that's never been to Florida before. Yeah. So, they're up in Virginia. It's a few states away.
That's right.
So he said he had a lot of players excited to come down here.
Yeah, anytime you're a part of a college football team or any team for that matter in college, you get a chance to be with your teammates. You get to travel. So many great memories are there on your football team or on your teams. So this is nothing different from that. And these guys are gonna live to remember these things for a long time.
Absolutely, and it's been a lot of action leading up to the Unity Classic. And the first half lived up to the hype. Let's get into the highlights. It was all defense early. Edward Waters driving on their first play.
Jontarius Thomas is getting after it, running hard, and the ball is going to be stripped right there.
By Breon Gunnell.
That's right. Gets a nice return. And then right here, they're going to turn it over, Virginia Union.
And that's David Mortimer.
Mortimer right there. And not to be outdone, Curtis Allen with his first touchdown of the day. Looking really good. But look at this right here. A wide open touchdown by Isaiah Jean-Baptiste. And that ties up the game 7-7.
Curtis Allen was getting busy today. Here's one of his big runs. That one's for a touchdown, his second one of the game. And then Jontarius Thomas said, we can go tutty for tutty.
That's right.
Okay, I got one in me too. So that's how we ended the first half. It was a lot of defense early in the game, but the offenses look like they're warmed up.
That's right. It was warmed up as the triple threat marching band that just left the field. And I think both teams are getting ready to come out there and excite us with another second half of football, and hopefully one with less yellow rain on the field.
When you call on it, that's when it starts to come. I think if you stop talking about it, Marvin,
you're right.
Maybe we'll get a little less flags. We did get some red flags in the game,
That's right. We had 2 challenge flags earlier, and both coaches came out on the opposite ends of that. So it looks like they're 0-2. But in the second half, because we're on this great camera, we get a chance to see it again.
Second half action of the inaugural Unity Classic. Virginia Union and Edward Waters all tied up. Virginia Union set to return here is Trayvon Tinsley and Larry Hackey deep. And punting for Edward Waters is Ryan Gage.
Here we go on the kickoff right here. Ball is deep. He's calling for a fair catch. Ball's going to go into the end zone. And we're going to start off at the 20.
So Virginia Union's offense will take the field again. We already know what to expect from this quadruple threat of running backs, led by the former Virginia Union running back himself, Coach Parker.
Virginia trotting out on the field. They want to get started early. They know they want to score early. So I'm looking to see a heavy dose of the running game and see if they can get into the end zone and catch this lead.
And it's our guy, Curtis Allen, in the backfield, R.J. Rosales under center. And it's going to be a handoff, of course, to start things off. Curtis buying some time, but he gets jammed up. It takes about 6 Tigers to stop him. They said, we've seen enough of you in that first half,
That's
Curtis.
right. And that's one of the things I'm sure they made an adjustment to tighten up in those gaps, in the A and B gaps, so he can't come in there and make a big difference. But we're going to have to see. It's going to be a long second half.
And time is being kept for us on the field.
That's right. We're having some problems with the clock, but we'll let you know everything that we know.
What you need to know is tie ball game. These Virginia Union gray helmets, I love them. They're my favorite.
Nicely done.
RJ has good protection.
Oh, man, just behind him just a little bit. RJ's got to play on his feet and just stick it to him right there because he was wide open in some space. Didn't look like he would be able to get many yards after that catch, but it would have been enough for a first down.
And that intended receiver was Ricky Key Jr. We'll set up third down now for Virginia Union. Edward Waters got the last score of the first half, and their defense wants to get a quick 3 and out. Virginia Union looking to respond. RJ has some good protection again.
Ooh, nice defensive play by number 2.
By Travis McNichols.
Big time play right there on the sideline, right in front of Virginia Union sideline. He came over there and batted that one away, and he's celebrating. He should, because that's a great play, young man. Pass break up.
So, Virginia Union is going to be forced to punt. Edward Waters is going to try to double dip here, take their first lead of the game possibly.
Yeah, looks like they got a little space right here, and hopefully they can get enough to get a return. Anything can happen when that special teams magic gets into play.
And it's Joshua Mitchell, the punter for Virginia Union, and Torrey Morrison in return position for Edward Waters.
High snap, but he catches it. And it looks like he's going to get a chance to get this return.
And Torrey
tries
about
the
to take
29-yard line.
Flag on the field.
That is a block in the back right there in front of the referee, and that ball's going to come back just a little bit.
So Torrey fights his way to the 45-yard line, but a flag is going to bring him back.
Didn't say anything about it.
The rain continues to pour. Well, we had one clean drive. It was a quick drive.
That's right.
But Virginia Union had a clean drive. Got to take them where you can get them.
That's right. Well, here comes Edward Waters about to trot onto the field.
No.
It's going to be a holding call that's being called against Virginia Union.
So Virginia Union caught with the hold.
Yeah.
So Edward Waters going to capitalize off the flag.
I believe that was on the other team, so that's going to be on Virginia. Edward Waters got penalized for that. So they're going to be starting back a little deeper than they thought. Right there on the 23, 24-yard line.
Noah Bodden back on the field for Edward Waters. Has a touchdown pass in this game already. Ooh, makes a dangerous throw, but his receiver has those hands and hauls it in.
44 is a good on the tackle.
That was Cam Taylor, the junior, who hauled that pass in. And Christian Aiken on the tackle for Virginia Union.
Big 6'2", 225-pound linebacker out of New Jersey on the stop right there.
So
Biden again, back there in the shotgun.
Pass to the sideline, catch is made, tries to juke, but not enough time. And Aiden Showers is brought down by the 29-yard line.
Big enough to move the sticks in the first down for Edward Waters. So they're keeping the drive alive on their first series of the second half.
1st and 10 for Edward Waters.
John Terrius, the up back to the right side of Bodden.
Terrius gets his first carry of the second half, and he picks up a good chunk.
5 yards.
Sets up 2nd and 5.
Big blast coming out of the backfield.
So explosive on his side.
There he is. Big bowling ball. 2nd and a long 6.
Handoff again to John Terrius. He finds a hole. He breaks loose. He's headed into Virginia Union territory. Jontarius Thomas with a big gain to take him inside the 40.
That's right. And it looked just like that first carry that he had in the first half, of course, quarter. But we got a penalty back there. Well, it's going to go against, I believe it's going to go against Virginia Union. A couple of linemen getting into it, and he pushed down the offensive lineman at the last minute. It was way behind the play. But it's going to be 15 yards added to that big run. And first down, Edward Waters, and they're creeping into their red zone area right here.
Jontarius Thomas has been heating up since that second quarter. He said, y'all are talking too much about those Virginia Union running backs.
Yeah, I got something to say about that.
Brady Tillman enters the game. Jontarius is going to take a breather. Edward Waters cooking right now. He gets the handoff. Brady goes right up the middle.
You got to stuff it in that hole, big fella. Just gets a short gain right there. And Edward Waters saying they got 5 on it. They're putting the big man back in there, the bowling ball.
So Jontarius back in the game. Second down. A penalty on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
It's offensive lineman lining up.
So that's going to make it about 7 and 10. You see the size of Jontarius Thomas, 5'6", 190 pounds. Moving piles here today.
Behind the sticks again, but Edward Waters is moving the ball this series.
Oh,
low snap.
Is bumbled, and pressure is coming for Bodden. He escapes the pressure. He finds Jontarius, who tries to make the contested grab.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference. He didn't turn around. He didn't give a chance to look back.
And that was Ahmad Ross.
Yeah, it looks like he shouldn't give a chance to turn around.
All over Jontarius Thomas.
If you look right here, he didn't turn around. And I think that's going to be the penalty. They're talking about it right now. The referees are talking about it right now. Stripes. See what happens on that, but it looked like he just didn't turn around and kind of face guarded him. You can do that actually in college. You can't do that in the pros, but this is college.
So Edward Waters moving down the field with the run game.
There are 2 fouls on the defense. That penalty, pass interference. Defense number 27. The ball will be placed at the spot of foul on the first down.
Edward Waters is going to march end zone, up into the red zone now, off of that pass interference. Set up first down and 10. Plenty of opportunities to take their first lead of the game here. Jontarius Thomas still in the backfield. Licking his chops. He wants more. He takes a big hit.
It's a big hit right there by that middle defense of Virginia Union, that second level.
That was Terrence Mays Jr. with the pop.
Just a little meet and greet, it's the Unity Classic.
Got to keep him honest.
That's right. A little friendly love tap.
That white wall.
That white wall defense has been playing amazing. Right now they're giving up a little bit too much, I'm sure, to Coach Parker's liking. But they can bend but don't break. We're looking at second down.
And it's still raining in Jacksonville.
I was told not to mention it, and it wouldn't happen.
You know, maybe you should. Maybe it's reversed.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So, Edward Waters biting themselves a little bit.
That's right. A little shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, like we said, this game has been a little sloppy. Edward Waters kind of, I think, mirroring a little bit with Virginia Union being a week off. But, besides the penalties, they've been some really good football play out here today. But you got to clean that up.
Have to. team that might make the least amount of mistakes down the stretch in this one might be the one who wins.
That's right.
Don't want to let this game be decided by penalties.
It's going to be a timeout for Edward Waters.
First charge timeout.
So Edward Waters wants to talk it over. Coach
Media
Brian
timeout.
Jenkins is not liking what he's seeing. We're still all tied up here at the Unity Classic. Here in Jacksonville, Florida, on the campus of Edward Waters University for the inaugural Unity Classic. And boy, is it living up to the hype. We are all tied up at 14. Virginia Union and Edward Waters going at it. It's a cat fight.
With a bunch of dogs on the field.
With a bunch of dogs on the field. And the Edward Waters Tigers are in the red zone right now. Got backed up a little bit by some penalties, but are still in good position to maybe take their first lead of the game.
On the 15, the 2nd and 15. Bowden up in the shotgun, calling motion.
Fakes the handoff to John Terrius. Oh, jukes this guy. He's looking downfield in the end zone, and the catch is made.
Is that a touchdown? Oh, my goodness.
It is Isaiah Jean-Baptiste from the throw from wide receiver Tory Morrison. So Brian Jenkins calls the timeout on 3rd and long, comes out with the trickery. Bowden to Morrison to the end zone to Isaiah Jean-Baptiste.
Kind of reminiscent of the Philly special, but it looked like a pass, and it just worked to perfection. His first primary target wasn't open, but he caught Tory Morrison wide open for the diving touchdown grab. And it's 21 with the PAT, now 14 Virginia Union.
So the second touchdown grab of the day for Isaiah Jean-Baptiste. What a showing from this guy. And let's look at that again. I mean, it's electrifying right here. So they hit Morrison. He has to juke his defender.
Get a little space right there.
Get that space.
Clear it.
Then he's so patient. Throw to his guy on the move, Isaiah Jean-Baptiste with the diving scoop to put Edward Waters up for the first time today. This is what we wanted to see, Marvin.
Right, great play call right there, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. Edward Waters scoring first in the second half, doing what it takes and doing what they need to do to put themselves back in this ball game. We knew this game was going to be close, and it's continued to live up to the billing. Virginia Union is not out of this contest. There's still a lot of ball game left, but this looks like some great football, exactly what Coach Brian Jenkins wants his team to look like.
Absolutely, and this Edward Waters team, especially this offense, has been electrifying during the early part of this season. They are 2-0 right now for the first time since 2004, doing it under the leadership of interim head coach Brian Jenkins, who just stepped into the role mid-June.
That's right. And he had to come back with authority to get things to where he needs to be. And we have an injury on the field that you might not be able to see right now. Looks like there's some cramps going on near the end zone.
And that's Zaire Tart.
That's right. That's going to be a Virginia Union player. He's struggling over there, but he's about to get up, and then we're about to get on to this ensuing kickoff. But, yeah, it is still a little warm out here right now, so players, got to stay hydrated. But it's good to see that he's back up and walking off the field. They're going to need him later on this game, so they're going to have to stretch him out. But here comes the kickoff team and the kickoff return team.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, the Edward Waters fans are getting together and getting up and jamming in the stands.
Yes, so that was electrifying, but we still have a lot to go. Punting now with the kickoff now for Edward Waters. It is Ryan Gange set to return for Virginia Union. Trayvon Tinsley, Larry Hackey back there. Let's see how Virginia Union responds.
This looks like we're going to get a kickoff return right here. Hold on to your seats.
And that's Trayvon Tinsley on the return.
That's going to be stopped right before the 30-yard line.
So Virginia Union back out on offense after the play of the game.
That's right. So far is the play of the game. A pass dialed up by Edward Waters, and it worked to perfection. That's going to be good to take the lead, 21-14. But here comes Virginia Union University to say, yeah, hold my Gatorade. I got something I can show you.
Yes, because I'm still shaking, Marvin. I'm shook, but I know this Virginia Union offense. They can do some trickery of their own. They get into Curtis Allen. Curtis said, hold on.
Oh, my goodness. There's
Drops
no trickery right there. No trickery needed right there with Curtis Allen getting the ball. He's just running over would-be defenders.
Drops the shoulder, puts
Watch
the
this
boom
right here.
on Travis McNichols. Boom!
Man.
On Travis McNichols. Wow.
Come on, Curtis. That man has a family. Let's go.
He said, all right, enough of all that talk from that play. And it's Curtis Allen again with another big gain. Near the first down marker, Curtis Allen with 2 back-to-back explosive runs.
This guy, you get him revved up, and that's all he needs. Edward Waters trying to switch him. Some guys look like got a flag on the play. Oh, they called a timeout just in time.
And
that hurry-up offense.
Getting chippy. A lot of stars on the field, a lot of
quarterback,
playmakers.
RJ. Morales getting into it. I like to see that from a quarterback.
I like to see that from a quarterback, too. Keeping it spicy. You know, this is entertainment.
That's right. It's all in unity, though. It's all in love.
All in unity. All in HBCU love.
That's right. That's right. You're taking a timeout right now.
Timeout after that big explosive play from Edward Waters' offense to put them up 21-14 over Virginia Union.
Make sure y'all get hydrated, too, at home.
Moving behind this guy, Curtis Allen, who breaks a bunch of tackles and gets into Virginia Union, gets into Edward Waters' territory off his 3rd big gain on this drive.
Somebody done made the big Zero mad. Agent Zero is on a mission, and he is hungry for that end zone. He is looking for touchdown number 3 to get the hat trick.
So Edward Waters takes their first lead of the game, and Virginia Union's offense is marching down the field. And this guy is marching and moving. Curtis Allen moving the piles. A flag is on the field as he moves inside the 20-yard line.
Wow.
Waters' band must not play during the offense when Virginia Union has the ball.
Triple threat.
So the triple threat.
Band director, please stop playing music when Virginia Union has the ball.
You know, that beat might have got Virginia Union moving.
I think it's hyping them up.
No flag on the play?
No flag on the play.
No flag on the play. The triple threat trying to get into the action. There they are right there in the stands, so they just have to quiet down while Virginia Union's on offense. But, hey, Virginia Union was not held back at all by that distraction.
I don't think Agent Zero heard anything but down ready, set, hike. He was ready to get the ball and get into the end zone. But guess what? Ramon Brown is in now. And I don't see it being a slowdown here because he's part of that quadruple-headed monster.
Absolutely. So now Virginia Union inside the 20, first down. These chains have been moving fluidly on this drive. RJ Rosales takes the snap, hands it off to Ramon. Ramon skirting around the outside, stiff arm.
Oh.
And he slides out of bounds around the 13-yard line.
Yeah, he did. He's got that speed. He's got the speed, and my man Curtis has the muscle to get through the powering. But look at him get there right here. He kind of speeds up on the second level. Great tackle right here to stop him from getting any more action.
And that was a Kenan Rogers on that tackle. Hand off again, juke.
Ramon gets it close.
So that should be good enough for a first down.
It's close. It's close. But they get a chance to get it 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. So we're looking at, I think, a 3rd and short. Or did he get the first down? He did get the first down. We're 1st and goal right here from the 3-yard line.
Virginia Union looking to strike back. Even this score back up is Curtis Allen on the carry. He's using that shoulder to move some guys out the way, and he gets closer to the end zone. About 2-yard shot.
Yeah, he is killing them right now, and I think they're going to give him a heavy dose right here of Curtis Allen. I'd be surprised if he did not get the ball right here.
Virginia Union.
Feed the beast. can rest on that bus ride home.
The handoff is to Curtis, who booms and powers his way closer to the goal line. Looks like he might be just short.
He's on the 1 yard line, and guess what?
3rd and goal. I think we go to Curtis.
I think we go to Curtis. Nothing to overthink here.
3rd and goal, Virginia Union. Handoff. Oh, to Curtis Allen, who is stood up at the goal line. Edward Waters' defense makes the play on Curtis Allen. It's Trayvon French getting in there early for the Tigers.
The SIAC player of the week right there, defender, doing what he does best. He's leading his team in tackles, and he's probably in the top 10, definitely the top 10 of the conference right now.
That brings up 4th and goal, and now Virginia Union has to make a decision.
And they're going to call a timeout to talk about it.
All right, Virginia Union is going to step aside, take a timeout. 4th and goal. What do they do? Knocking on that end zone's door.
They still have 2 more timeouts, so get a chance to see what they're going to do. I just think that you've been giving the ball to Curtis Martin, and Curtis Allen. I don't know. Curtis Martin is the Hall of Famer, and I'm calling this guy that because he's running so tough in between the tackles. But Curtis Allen has a good chance to get into this end zone again for the 3rd time. They just need a little more push. But Edward Waters.
Timeout. Virginia Union.
So Curtis Allen.
So stay with us. We'll be right back.
In community.
Curtis Allen has been cooking on this drive. A lot of big games and explosive plays, but he got stood up on 3rd and goal from this Edward Waters University's defense. But it looks like Virginia Union is going to go for it on 4th and goal here.
Big time play right here. We'll watch and see what happens.
Handoff is faked. RJ makes the pass. It is caught in the end zone. There is a flag, but the tight end, Jeremiah Francis, makes the grab in the back of the end zone.
Either way, it's going to be another play. If it's on Virginia Union, it'll replay the down. But if it's on Edward Waters, it's good for a touchdown. But I believe it's on Virginia Union.
So I thought it was going to be a handoff to Curtis Allen. I don't know what you thought it was going to be, Marvin, but it's a fake handoff, and RJ makes a nice throw.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Oh, this is tough. They're going to have to send the kicker out there. They don't want to mess up this game. There's plenty of tall game left, and you know this is a pretty good kick for Brady Myers. Okay, here's a false start right here. Oh, number 55 just stands up. Hold your water, big fella. You got to just listen up there right there.
So Virginia Union is going to try for 3. It's the CIAA special teamer of week 0, Brady Myers, out to attempt. The Florida guy playing college football at home for the first time in his career. The kick is away. It's Brady. Of course it's good.
That's good right there.
So Virginia Union puts 3 up on the board. They're now trailing 4 to Edward Waters University. Virginia Union led for the entire first half, and Edward Waters gets the first score of the second to put them up 21.
It's an extra point for Brady right there. He's going to be good, feeling good about that. That's his 2nd field goal of the season. He's 2 for 2. He had a 40-yarder in the first game, and now he's coming back with about a 22-yarder right there. So the game
time is 2 minutes, 58 seconds.
We got 2:58.
Game time is 2 minutes, 58 seconds, and is officially on the field.
You just heard that. 2:58.
Game time is managed on the field.
2:58 on the field right now in the 3rd quarter. We are taking time only on the field because we're having problems with our scoreboard. 21-17 for Edward Waters on top late in the 3rd quarter.
So Edward Waters now in the driver's seat. They jump out to their first lead of the game, coming out hot with the trickery on that first drive of the second half. And now, after the defense holds Virginia Union to 3 on a drive that looked like they were getting 7.
Yeah.
Now this offense is like, we're in the right position.
That's right.
Let's run up this score.
You got to hand it to those fellas right there. They give you a chance to hold back. So now we're looking at an opportunity to go ahead and score. If I'm Edward Waters, I want to go up there and score and kind of put the heat and the pressure back on Virginia Union. Kick is deep. And it's going to be out That is going to be a penalty on the play, and they're going to start the game off. Start it off at the 35.
Kick out of bounds. Kick your team. Ball will 35-yard line. First down.
So Edward Waters is going to be starting this drive at the 35.
That's a bad penalty. Anytime you can give the ball an extra 15 yards, that's a first down and a half from starting at the 20. So excited to see that.
And we're also excited to see our SIAC Commissioner, Anthony Holloman, who just entered the booth.
That's right. We're going to ask him a couple of questions. He's excited to have him in here.
As Edward Waters' offense gets set up, their last play was a crazy one, trick play. So who knows what they have now as the flag enters the field again.
Illegal substitution. Offense. Breaking the huddle. More than 11 plays. First down.
So 5-yard penalty for Edward Waters. Extra man in the huddle. So they're now going to start at the 30. First and 10 at the 30 for Edward Waters. It's going to be a handoff to John Terrius. Handoff is going downfield into Virginia Union territory. It's Brady Tillman who goes all the way.
He's not gone.
Brady Tillman for a 70-yard touchdown.
He's gone. Touchdown right there, Edward Waters. Big time play for the Tigers. Exactly what they wanted to do, answering the bell and putting a touchdown after that field goal.
So Brady Tillman, first play of the drive, and he takes it 70 yards downfield. And the triple threat said, you know what? Now we can play our sound.
That's right. We got a little running back room of our own over there in that purple and orange, and you guys got to like it.
Brady Tillman, the sophomore from Noonan, Georgia. First touchdown of the game, second touchdown of the season for Brady Tillman. And now Edward Waters, they add on to that lead.
And right now we're going to take some time and talk to the SIAC Commissioner, Mr. Anthony Holloman. Sir, talk to us a little bit about how excited are you to be here for this classic, the Unity Classic.
So, Marvin, this is an exciting time in Jacksonville, Florida, on the campus of Edward Waters University. It's a great game, competitive. Of course, the SIAC and the CIAA have a budding rivalry, and to see Edward Waters play as well as they're playing, I'm excited for them.
Now, you had a chance to do this again a couple of weeks ago in the Hall of Fame Classic. This is giving you more notoriety for the SIAC and for black college football all around. How excited are you to be a part of that as well?
Well, this is important to have showcase opportunities for our institutions from the SIAC and the CIAA. Our young people, our institutions are doing a great job representing themselves, and I'm glad to be a partner with Commissioner Jackie McWilliams-Parker of the CIAA, and it's a fun thing to see our teams play each other. We know that we have championship-level programs, and we're putting it on display.
Now, this is early in the season, so you got to pace yourself a little bit. This is only, week 2 or 3. So talk to me a little bit about just this classic and what has this done for the city of Duval and Jacksonville.
So the idea or the premise behind this was to put a classic together that would showcase the AME church schools, and this is the fruits of their labor. And I'm so excited to see a packed crowd, the ancillary activities that they had supporting the classic brought money to the community, and so I hope to see more and more of this each year.
All right, and lastly, what can we expect from the conference, the SIAC, coming through the rest of the season?
Well, I think we're going to have a very competitive season. You know, we have 2 or 3 teams who are predicted to be really good, but I'm excited about the balance I'm seeing from top to bottom. The Fort Valley-Clark game last night, Thursday night, was a very competitive game. Everett Waters, who was predicted kind of at the bottom, is showing that they're going to be a really good football team. So we have some excitement in store.
Okay. Why don't you join us with here in action? We'll get Simone to get this call.
A fake handoff to Curtis Allen goes downfield, intended for Keon Davis from R.J. Rosales. Flag, though, of course, on the field in the secondary.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
So just what Virginia Union needed. Moving down the field, no matter how you get it.
15 seconds. We'll start on the snap.
So do you have a healthy rivalry, healthy wager on this game, Commissioner?
So, the chief of staff at Virginia Union University is my line brother. And so he got the best of us in the Hall of Fame Classic when Virginia Union took down Miles, but I'm going to get even today.
The handoff is to Trevon Tinsley, spins for a few yards.
And like I said, you've been busy. You've been in Atlanta on Thursday night, and now you're here in Jacksonville. Did you come down here Friday for the kickoff convention dinner?
I did not make it to the dinner, but I did get in Friday evening. So, Marvin, this is my 5th game of the season, and so I'm enjoying it. I can't have a better job.
Absolutely. It's exciting. It's fall, right? So you can't complain about that at all.
Second down here on the 49-yard line. RJ drops back. Good protection. Pressure is coming now. RJ has to scramble. Oh, he overthrows a Lavarius Gilbert, who was wide open on the 30-yard line. Know you like that.
Yeah.
So, for me, looking at Virginia Union, they're a big physical football team, and when you can get them
Clock is 1 minute, 20 seconds. Game clock is 1 minute, 20 seconds.
When you can get them to throw the ball and not run it, that might be to Edward Waters' advantage.
That's right.
And it has been so far. Edward Waters up 28-17 now. Forced Virginia Union to have to kick a field goal while they were in the red zone, then came back and scored on the next drive. RJ gets taken down, and the ball
That's
is
going to be a fumble.
Edward Waters recovers the football.
The first turnover of the year for
On the
RJ
field is a
Morales.
fumble recovered by the defense.
It's
First down, Edward Waters.
Antonio Henley recovers the fumble. The freshman from Tampa, Florida, recovers the fumble. Big hit on RJ.
This looks like a big coverage sack. He had a lot of time back there, a lot of protection, and then all of a sudden, you can't hold the big
Sideline
uglies
warning.
back that much.
Edward Waters. Sideline warning.
You can't hold the defensive line that long, and he just came up with a great big crushing hit.
So Jamari Pierre, the senior from Deerfield Beach, Florida, gets the sack, the strip sack. And then Antonio Henley, the freshman, recovers the fumble.
And Edward Waters smells the blood in the water right here. I think they're going to try to go for it and try to put the pressure back on Virginia Union by getting a quick score. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it go deep.
The last handoff went for 70 yards and a touchdown from this Edward Waters offense. It's John Terrius Thomas back in the game. First pass is incomplete.
So what do we have next? What's the next thing for you, Commissioner?
Next week, I will be in Columbia for a Thursday night contest that'll be on ESPN, Benedict and Tuskegee.
Okay.
And so Benedict had another shutout today.
Game time is 1 minute, 10 seconds. Game time is 1 minute, 10 seconds.
They defeated Central State 10-0, so I think that's going to be a defensive battle. Tuskegee is taking it on the chin this afternoon at Jackson State, so they'll be looking to rebound.
Let me tell you, man, you're on it. You're on it, Doc. You know, you're sitting here watching the game, enjoying it, but you definitely got the app open, checking out and seeing what the team scores are.
Bodden is pressured, gets the throw off to John Terry. It's just too high.
Yeah, just missed opportunity right there.
So that'll bring up third down for Edward Waters Tigers team. Looking to capitalize off that turnover.
Now, are you staying for the after party tonight and the gospel concert tomorrow, or what's your plans?
55 minutes on the game clock. 55 seconds on the game clock.
I'm going to be getting on the road, getting back. I try to manage my time as much as I would like to stay.
Okay.
Because we're, of course, we have Basketball Media Day coming up on September 24th. And so we're busy planning for that, and that's going to be Exciting time for us.
That's right. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Third down here for the Tigers, and the flags fly.
Number 77 got caught leaning back a little bit, trying to get that edge rusher, and just moved a little bit before the whistle.
That was Kyer Skyer.
I hate to call out the big man on that because I'm a former offensive lineman.
This is 36. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So they also call a delay of game on the defense.
I believe they called that. I think he got away with that. They said something about the signal, so I think they might have been barking because the defense cannot make signal calls to disrupt the offensive line. So big man gets away from that.
55 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Boy, have the stories changed. Edward Waters up 11 on Virginia Union and still driving. Still third down here for the Tigers. And now it's getting mixy in the trenches.
Yeah, it's getting a little sloppy right there. Got to hold your water. Now, what would you have out there to eat? Now, I know we have, if this was smell-o-vision, you guys would be in love with everything that's going on right here.
So now
5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
That's been exciting to see all the fare and native cuisine that they have with the food trucks and the tailgating going on. So, I can't wait to partake in that when the game is over.
That's right.
I know the food has me distracted a little bit. My stomach is now growling. But this is a first down now for Edward Waters. 55 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Handoff to Jontarius Thomas. He skirts to the outside. He's still going. He's moving before he's pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
I got to tell you that the crowd is looking really good here. You got to be pleased with the results of the fans in the stands and people just coming here. And a great show up from Virginia Union as well, Commissioner.
No, Virginia traveled well. And then Edward Waters University and President Faison have done a tremendous job with this facility, the upgrades they've made to the stadium and the campus at large. This is amazing, and I'm so pleased to be here. This is a great opportunity to see some good football at a great location.
All right. Well, thank you, Commissioner, for joining us. We're in the end of the quarter right here. We're going to let you get to that good food. So we hope you have a good rest of the game.
Thank you.
New ball game with Edward Waters on top, 28-17 over Virginia Union. This game was all knotted up at halftime, back and forth in the first and second quarter, but the third quarter was all Edward Waters University offense and defense, getting into the end zone and forcing a fumble as well, holding Virginia Union to just a field goal after they had about a 85-yard drive. Now Edward Waters is fully in the driver's seat. And down the road, they see the end zone right now on this drive. Oh, catch is made out of the timeout. Skirting out of bounds is Torrey Morrison to the 20-yard line.
And that was a good play right there just to get a little bit. Don't worry about getting the big home run play. Just dink and dunk, eat the clock a little bit. Let's try to ride out this lead. That's what they want to do.
Eat the clock. Emphasis on that. We're hitting about the 3-hour mark in this game. That's lived up to the hype so far. Inaugural Unity Classic here. Handoff to Jontarius Thomas, spin move.
He's wrapped up right there, but he still picks up at least about 1 or 2 short yards.
Jontarius has been one of the stars on the field today.
Overcame adversity. He had that fumble early in the contest, but he's turned it around and has ended up scoring later in this contest, and they've been running tough between the tackles all day.
More than made up for those early mistakes. Edward Waters has a chance to go up even bigger now.
Second and long.
Snap Snap is high. Bodden is looking. Pressure comes. Ball gets off, but it is too high for Jontarius Thomas. That white wall was all in Bodden's face.
They got that pressure. They got those hurries to make Bodden just a little rattled right there and get the touch off the football. Right there, he's getting hit by number 9, and that ball is just a little bit too high.
That brings up 3rd and long for Edward Waters. They have been pretty good today in 3rd down situations.
That's right. Terrence Mays Jr. right there with the pressure on Bodden.
Virginia Union still very much into this game. And you see their players are hyping up the fans right now. Pressure all over Bodden. He escapes it. He's looking. He's searching. He skirts out of bounds.
Little pickup right here, and it's a 4th down call. They haven't pulled out the kicker so far in this game. He's only did the PATs. But right here with the 4th and long, they're still keeping the offense out. So this is something that I talked about earlier about the special teams play, but that's not going to factor in right now. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down inside the 25-yard line.
4th and long.
Right at the 20. It's 4th and long.
This is what we want, Marvin.
Yeah, we're looking at it right here. It's a chance to keep this drive alive, put some points on the board, or a big stand for Virginia Union.
Fakes the handoff.
That's a holding call right there. They didn't call it.
Gets to Jontarius Thomas, who stays on his feet and gets enough for the 1st down.
Number 9 is complaining a little bit, and he has every right to. That was a big hold up the middle, but they didn't call it. So it's a 1st down and goal for Edward Waters.
They convert on the 4th and long. And, of course, it's Jontarius Thomas who's involved in the play. Does some tiptoeing, a little spin work to make sure he has enough for the 1st down.
Terrence Mays Jr. tried to talk his way out of it, tried to get the referee to change his mind, but no dice.
Ref said, I've thrown enough flags in this game. You got to get it out the mud now. 1st and goal. Fakes the handoff.
There's a little option play.
Skirting to the 10, and no gain there.
Virginia Union is not giving up on defense right here. They are playing really tough inside the red zone, and they're bowing up right here. They know if they get a stop right here, they still have a chance to be in this ball game. But if you give up a touchdown, it's going to be really hard to get back in it.
Touchdown here might be the dagger. You never know.
You never know.
Virginia Union team has seen it all. Back-to-back CIAA champs, currently ranked 13 in the AFCA D2 poll.
12:30 on the game clock. 12:30 on the game clock.
12 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal here for Edward Waters, holding on to an 11-point lead over a nationally ranked Virginia Union squad.
10 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds.
Bodden is looking. Oh, he had a receiver on the crossing route, but the throw was just a little too low.
And we're keeping our time on the clock, on the field, because we're having problems with the scoreboard. So all the time is being kept on the clock, on the field.
That pass was intended for Antonio Russell.
And we got about 12 minutes left in this 4th quarter, excuse me. We don't want to go backwards.
So that brings up 3rd and goal for Edward Waters. Stayed alive after converting on 4th and long. But this Virginia Union defense is just not letting them have it easy.
Oh, no. Field gets real small when you get towards this end.
12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Snap is high. Handoff. Not enough.
Big tackle by number 10 right there, stepping up and making it go to work. Antonio Cotman upends the running back.
And we know Edward Waters hasn't really brought out their field goal unit. So they bring out
their field goal unit now. They're going to give it a shot.
For the first time today.
This is a little bit longer than a extra point, so I could see why they would do it. The ball is at the 10, 7, 12, so we were talking about a 22-yard field goal.
For Ryan Gange. 4 for 4 today on point after attempts.
Oh, and that's all good.
And the field goal is good. So Edward Waters adds some more on the board, 31-17 on top of Virginia Union. We have more action after
11
this.
minutes, 3 seconds.
Tigers has to be a good conversation, right? Because the Tigers are up 31-17 on Virginia Union. It is the inaugural Unity Classic. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. So we just saw the first field goal from Edward Waters University. Ryan Gaines was good for about 22 yards. And now Virginia Union's offense has to score now.
Right now. And yeah, exactly. That conversation on the sideline is just hold on, guys. Hold on to the end. Don't let up. Keep fighting. Keep chopping wood. We got to finish this one. Can't let this one go.
And now the kickoff is coming from Edward Waters. Is Ryan Gaines set to return for Virginia Union? Zaire Tart, Trayvon Tinsley.
There you go. That's a good one. That's through the back of the end zone. Not going to give him the ball at the 35. It's not going to be kicked out of bounds. Coach has got to be pleased with that right there.
Nice,
not giving away any yards.
Kick. So Virginia Union will start at the 25-yard line. This Virginia Union offense led by their running back room. Quadruple threat.
That's right.
But time is now not on their side.
It is not. Running is not a good play call for you right now because you need to score in bunches.
So let's see how Coach
down
Parker.
2 scores.
Let's see how Coach Parker and this Virginia Union team attacks this final frame. They go to Curtis Allen again. He tries to juke out some defenders. He does, but
Ball
the ball
is on the ground.
Virginia Union does recover it. But Curtis Allen loses the ball for the first time today.
That's right. Got to jump on that ball, and that did, because that would have pretty much closed the door.
And that was Jamari Pierre, the defensive end, the senior, who forced that fumble there.
Nice play. Just rips it out.
The Tigers pouncing. So second down, RJ drops back. He's looking great protection for
Plenty
RJ.
of time.
He goes to the sideline, catches made, juke. Extra yardage gain before he is brought down. That is Larry Hackey on the grab.
And Kenneth Smith, the cornerback, sophomore cornerback on the tackle. Keenan Smith, I'm sorry.
Kenneth Kelly on the tackle. Curtis Allen moving that pile enough for a first down. So, ball at the 42-yard line. Clock is a ticking, though. And Virginia Union needs some time on their side.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Time is not their friend. They need to be pushing the ball a little further down. These short runs are working in the favor of Edward Waters.
RJ sends one downfield. The catch is made in double coverage.
Wow.
It is Keon Davis with the grab to put Virginia Union in the red zone when they needed it most.
Great play right there. You can't ask for anything better. The coverage was great, but what a toss from NJ right there, RJ right there, right between 2 defenders. And that's good for a first down and some.
Double covered, double smothered, but the grab still made. Now Curtis Allen trying to finish the job. He shakes off a few defenders. He gets in within a few yards of the end zone.
And just like that, it's a different ball game right now. But number 0 is on the ground.
Curtis Allen. He's feeling it. He's taking a lot of hits
looks like
today.
Looks like some cramps. They're lifting the leg already. He's had a tough ball game, running hard all day long. I would love to see what he has right here as far as yards on the ground.
So we are going to step aside while they tend to the big back, Curtis Allen. Virginia Union, it is in the red zone. Virginia Union in the red zone, knocking on the door of some more points after a big contested grab from Keon Davis. But their power back, their star, Curtis Allen, is down on the field right now being stretched by the trainers.
Yeah, it looks like he just got some cramps. It's been a warm day, warm afternoon, and he has been the horse all night long, getting the ball play after play and be making big plays. He has 2 touchdowns already in this game, and it looks like they're just trying to stretch him out and bring him on out. And hopefully he can still finish out this game because they're going to need him for these last few minutes.
So he's on his feet now, walking over on his own power. We'll see if he stays on the field. If it was a cramp, like you said, he might be able to stay on the field. We see this Trayvon Tinsley coming on the field, though, so Curtis will head to the sideline, and Trayvon Tinsley will look to finish the job.
Nice little trot right there. That's a good sign to see him doing that.
8 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the inaugural Unity Classic.
First and goal.
First and goal, Virginia Union. What do you do?
From the 5-yard line.
Handoff to Trayvon Tinsley, gets blown up in the backfield. And it was Trayvon French,
Big
the
man.
SIAC Defensive Player of the Week.
Knockback linebacker from Powder Springs, Georgia, bringing the wood.
Them Georgia boys.
That's right.
So that brings up second and goal.
Got no sand, ain't got no beaches. All we got them Georgia peaches.
That's my first time hearing that one. And I'm a Georgia peach
Yeah,
myself.
there you go.
Kind of. Carolina girl and Georgia peach. So second and goal for Virginia Union. They need some points fast. Time is ticking. Around the 8-minute mark now in the fourth quarter. Time is being kept for us on the field. RJ makes the throw to the corner of the end zone, and it's
Incomplete.
incomplete. Everyone was on their tippy toes trying to see what was happening back there. Pass intended for Keon Davis, but it wasn't brought in.
Yeah, Kenneth Kelly right there on the big-time pass breakup. Big play right there from the young fellow playing corner.
Third and goal. Virginia Union needs to score the ball now.
Third down. Will Edward Waters bow up? The purple people eater defense.
7 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Third and goal from the 10-yard line. Handoff to Trayvon. He's tripped up and clogged up. And the Edward Waters Tigers gets the stop.
You got to go for it on fourth down right here.
That was Antonio Henley from Tampa, Florida, the freshman.
They're bringing
on
back
that
in.
stop.
Bringing back in Mr. Curtis. Curtis Allen is re-entered the ball game, and this is a big down right here. You can't go for a field goal. You're down 2 scores with under 6 minutes left right here. You have to go for it, and you got to get in the end zone. They need a touchdown right here. So whatever play you got, Coach, dial it up now because you need it.
6:55 to go in the ball game. Agent 0, Curtis Allen back in the game. They don't go to him. He's blocking. RJ looks to the corner of the end zone and overthrows.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Pass intended for Ricky Key Jr.
And I'm going to tell you, Curtis Allen didn't get that ball, but he sure blocked on that pass pro right there.
He can do it all.
Yeah, he put the man on the ground.
So, defense
That's
offside.
half the distance. Half the distance to the goal, but it's still fourth down.
And it's still a little ways away from the goal.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's about 4th and 5.
This is big.
4th and 5, Virginia Union.
A defensive stand right here could pretty much end the ball game. But they have to get it done.
The game clock will start on the snap. 6:42.
6:42.
Start on the snap.
6:42 left in this game. Edward Waters looking for an exclamation point stop. Virginia Union trying to stay alive and get a score. 4th and 5. 4th and goal. RJ is looking, pressure in his face.
That's
The
wide
ball
open.
gets off, and the score is good. It's the tight end, Jeremiah Francis,
Touchdown.
with the grab. So Virginia Union staying alive.
RJ Rosales with the great throw right there. He took his time, was very patient. He went there on the waggle to his left and threw it back across the field to a wide open Jeremiah Francis. And it looks like some extracurricular activities getting on in the background right here. There's a little flag.
Pressure was all in R.J. Rosales' face from Trevin French. But R.J. still able to get that throw off in time. And Virginia Union's about to attempt the point after. Try to put them within
7.
a touchdown.
Yep. Trevon, again, just playing up to his title, knowing that he is leading his team and in top 10 in tackles in the SIAC. He is doing a great job, but just a little too late right there for that play.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 18, that is towards possible disqualification. The 15 will be enforced for the kickoff.
So that was Juan Grant with the unsportsmanlike.
DeJuan Grant, they got into a little bit of a little pushing and shoving back there. It's just
Game
one.
Time is 5 minutes, 55 seconds. 5 minutes, 55 seconds, untimed down.
Just one play. I mean, one penalty. He's not kicked out, but if he does another unsportsmanlike, he will be. Hopefully he can keep his cool and stay in the game.
So Brady Myers on to attempt the point after. Special teams player of the week for the CIAA. And that one is
it's good.
Good. I'm at an angle now, Marvin. I'm on the edge of my seat, Marvin.
Right. It's good.
So it's a 7-point game. Virginia Union, can their defense bite down? We're going to find out when we come back on ESPN Plus. Is on the heels of Edward Waters after a touchdown from R.J. Rosales to tight end Jeremiah Francis, making this a 7-point game with 5 minutes, 55 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. Both teams are looking to close this first annual Unity Classic out with a win and stay undefeated.
That's right. That's right. This is what you asked for. This is the kind of college football game that you want coming down to the fourth quarter. And that ball is kicked deep. And he's going to take it out.
Coming out to return.
Oh, but there's a flag.
That's Kerryon Jackson coming out to return for Edward Waters. There is a flag. Remember, Edward Waters had that penalty after the touchdown that was enforced on that play.
That's right.
That will be enforced on this kickoff. But this is what we wanted, Marvin.
That's
the
right.
inaugural Unity Classic.
Couldn't ask for nothing better.
The HBCU game of the week going down to the wire.
Look at that white wall defense. They're talking to each other, getting each other hyped. They know what they got to do on this series coming out right here. They cannot give away anything, any miscues. They got to shut it down and give their offense a chance.
And there's Coach Parker talking with the team, knows what's at stake here. His team undefeated right now, the back-to-back CIAA champs. Early in the season, but this is the inaugural classic.
Holding, return team number 30, 10-yard penalty. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking team number 7 for kicking the player. That's ejected from the game.
Oh, we got an ejection.
We have an ejection.
Number 7 from Virginia Union couldn't keep his cool, and that's unfortunate because it's been a really quality game. And that's not anything that we want to hear from.
A lot of emotions in this game.
So for Maurice Freeman,
the graduate safety. So he will be ejected from this game. And again, a lot is at stake here. It's a lot of emotion. Both of these teams come into this classic undefeated. It's the first year of the classic. You want to win. You want to be etched in that history book.
A lot of emotions. He got the hot head, and he knows what he did was wrong. They're walking him out of the game now.
So Edward Waters trying to put an exclamation point score on the board here. Virginia Union's defense trying to get that stop and give their offense another chance.
All right, here we go. Virginia Union back against the wall. They know what they have to do. They have to shut out the offense right here.
And this is a 13th ranked Virginia Union team in the AFCA poll. This will mean a lot for Edward Waters to get a win today. And Baptiste shakes some defenders off, bursts his way to midfield. What a play.
That is big time.
To open up this drive for Edward Waters. Isaiah Jean-Baptiste, 2 touchdowns today, and now the big play to keep them chains moving for Edward Waters' team with a lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking for out of your big-time player. He's been making plays all day, and that's exactly what they want from him when you get your number called to show up and show out.
First play of the drive, and Edward Waters is at midfield. Clock is on their side. The fans are on their side. Clock is running under 5 minutes now, and of course, Edward Waters is just taking their time.
That's right. They're going to bleed the clock because they know they can't afford to give the ball back to those white shirts.
Virginia Union fans are silent now. Handoff to Jontarius Thomas.
And that's a big-time stop and clamor by the white shirts. And they're calling a timeout because they're trying to save some of that clock. They're going to need to get back. And it's 2nd and 10.
So we will step aside on ESPN Plus. Can Edward Waters close it out? Can Virginia Union get a stop?
They've been waiting for that opportunity, and here they rise up to the challenge and have a chance to tie the ball game right here.
Ahmad Ross gets the strip sack on Noah Bodden, and Lamumba Howard recovers, scoops, and scores, and we are almost tied.
Almost tied.
You know, we got to wait for the kicker to do his thing.
They just called a timeout, so I think they're going to try to ice him a little bit.
Whoa, Marvin.
I got to tell you.
Waters has charged their last and final timeout.
Yeah, you got to wonder in that play and that just to be on this series, do you want to really throw the ball? You want to run the ball and make them do their timeouts, and so you can go ahead and keep the clock running. So you got to question that a little bit, but, you know, that's what happens.
And this game was all about the offenses. 2 undefeated teams coming into the game today, averaging over 40 points a game. But the defenses today, Marvin, have been making plays, forcing turnovers. And there you go, first defensive scorer of the day.
Man.
It's Lamumba Howard, the graduate senior from D.C., putting on for Virginia Union.
And just had a convoy to the end zone. There was no stopping him once he got that ball. He just scooped and scored, and he knew he was not going to be denied. This is a big play of the game right here, and this is a big turnover for events. You got to be happy with the way that they're playing right now and not finishing.
And how about that big boy moving?
Yeah, big boy was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He was not going to be denied.
So on for the
now here's the play of the game
attempt.
right here. Here's the play of the game right here. You can't take this for granted.
Absolutely. It's the CIAA Special Teams Player of the Week, Brady Myers, with the point after attempt. Ooh, high snap. It's still good. It's Brady Myers. We're tied up in the inaugural Unity Classic. 2 big cats and a lot of dogs in the jungle today.
A lot of dogs on the field. You got to love to see that. Now, this is the atmosphere you want for a big-time college game. And this right here, all theatrics right here, a high snap right there. Let's give credit to number 33, the holder.
Joshua Mitchell.
Man.
Look at his reaction. Yeah. Thank you, football guys.
And nobody wants to get on the bus ride home and knowing that you had something to do with that. But give it to the place kicker and the holder and the snapper for right there to make it all happen. That is a big-time play.
And you talked about in the open, Marvin, special teams going to be key. So far, the special teams unit have been sound, and it's that poise from that placeholder, Joshua Mitchell, on that high snap, keeping it control, understanding the moment under these bright lights, and still getting that clean point after attempt.
That's right. And shout out to the ESPN Plus crew again for that great camera work right there to show us exactly that move and that reaction right there. He needs to get that picture framed because that is a great memory.
Woo, Marvin, I don't know if I could take it.
I'm telling you. Don't leave just yet.
Don't leave. So, the return is moving to midfield.
Oh, my gosh.
Is he going all the way? Is Antonio Russell all the way to
He's
the
not
house?
gone.
Antonio Russell returns the kick for a touchdown.
Edward Waters in the building, answering the bell. to be kidding me. In the jungle. In the mighty jungle.
Excuse me, Kerryon Jackson.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
junior from Jacksonville, Florida, the hometown guy.
Duval. Wow, what a run right there.
Kerryon Jackson taking it all the way to the crib. Wow.
Two departments. That's good for a touchdown. Big-time players make big-time plays. And the PAT is good.
And the PAT is good from Ryan Gage. Of course it is. Edward Waters answers immediately. And what
They
we talk
never
about?
scared.
Special teams.
That's right.
Special teams.
Special players, special teams. That looks like a 90-yard. He gets the ball at the 10, and you could see the C's just part open right there. He's making people miss in and out. You don't even have to touch him. 25 says, not me. You ain't getting no call on me today. He knew it right there. That is a picture worth 1,000 words right there. Save that man the biggest piece of chicken off the grill right there. He deserves it for right now. We still have a lot of time left in this ball game. But that is a big-time play for Kerryon Jackson.
The hometown guy, Jacksonville, Florida native, on one of the biggest stages in Edward Waters' history, answers the bell like that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to hit our averages.
That's right.
For the scores.
Oh, yes, we are. We're getting them 40 points.
Offense said this game got 2 defense.
Yeah. Hold my Gatorade. It is not over, folks.
Edward Waters feels like the balloon just got popped after that tying fumble, scoop, and score.
You've had your offense, you've had your defense, and you've had your special teams. You can't ask for anything
We've had
more.
it all. We had, of course, offensive touchdowns. We had a defensive touchdown. Now a special teams touchdown. The inaugural Unity Classic. Living up to the hype. But game's not over.
No. We ready.
Virginia Union trying to get busy themselves on their return. That's Trayvon Tinsley, who brings the ball to about the 38-yard line. So this Edward Waters defense looking to close it out. Virginia Union looking to go touchdown for touchdown. 2 undefeated teams. Only one will stay that way tonight.
That's right. And they are both fighting for it.
3 minutes, 30 seconds. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the game clock. We're keeping the clock on the field. Adds to the intensity of this game.
Oh, my goodness. You cut it with a knife.
Virginia Union's offense starting at the 30. RJ drops back. Oh, ball is bobbled out the hand of Curtis Allen. He was looking downfield. You gotta catch it before you look downfield.
That's right. That's right.
So brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you what, no matter what happens in this game, these two teams have a bright future for the rest of this season. They have played some great ball in the second half. A little sloppy early, but they're finishing up on time.
All those flags were worth it for this right here.
Yeah.
RJ
That's
pressured.
a free play right here. Free play.
Flags on the field. Oh, bobbled and caught out of bounds by the Edward Waters DB.
It's going to be encroachment on the defense, so it's coming back. So it was a free play for RJ Morales. He was smart. He knew that he was going to had a free play, so he just threw it.
Wow.
So we're looking at 2nd and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Offside. Defense. Number 40. 5. Penalty. 2nd down.
The white hat.
Introducers up at the snap.
The white hat needs some lemon tea. He's had a rough one.
He's excited.
Well, that's a lot of flags, so he's been talking a lot.
They've been doing a lot of talking. So it's 2nd and 5 for Virginia Union.
The game clock. 3:20 on the game clock.
3 minutes, 20 seconds in the game. RJ drops back.
That's
checks it down to the 42-yard line.
Third
to
and
Keon
short.
Davis.
3rd and short, but we know we're not kicking the ball. We're not punting the ball, so they got 2 downs to get this 3 yards.
Clock is a-ticking.
That's the biggest factor on the day. The clock is ticking right now, so they need to hurry up and get this play moving.
3rd and short here for Virginia Union. Is buzzing in the jungle right now. Handoff to Curtis. Of course, it's 3rd and short. He powers his way forward for the first down, inches closer to midfield. So Virginia Union moves the chains. Sets up first down at the 43-yard line, 47-yard line. RJ with time.
Ball's
He's
in the
pressured.
air. That's going to be a completion right there. Good for a first down on the 39. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it might be sideline interference.
Ooh. Ball is caught in Edward Waters territory.
A little late.
That was Ricky Key Jr. with the grab.
What is the call? Because it looks like it was something on the sideline that happened over there. Okay. Looks like the coach might have gotten away.
Second sideline warning, Edward Waters.
Yep, sideline warning.
5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play.
Sideline warning.
Coach Jenkins.
Coach playing
excited.
a little defense. Playing a little extra D right there.
Coach was trying, it looked like he was trying to jump out the way.
He's just showing his vertical. He's just a little excited. He was just a little on the sideline. That's, that happens.
2:28 on the game clock. Virginia Union at the 35-yard line. Oh, my gosh, Marvin. I don't know if I could take it. I just had a birthday. I'm getting old. These games are a lot of my heart rate.
It keeps going.
RJ with some time.
Ball's in the air.
Wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
In and out of the hands of Ricky Key Jr. He was wide open in the end zone.
He's going to want that one back right there. That is just a little bit over, a little fingertip grab that he just went out of his hands. Took a look at this right here. The corner fell down. It wasn't an assignment bust, but the corner fell down just out of the paws. He could have caught it, actually. He got one hand on it. It was just something hard to get over the shoulder.
2:15 to go.
He knows he's caught that ball probably 1,000 times.
2:15 on the game clock. 2nd and 10 for Virginia Union, trailing 7 right now to Edward Waters. 2 undefeated clubs. Neither one want to take a loss tonight.
No, not tonight.
RJ escaping pressure. He's taking off. He gets hit after picking up about 8 yards.
Yeah, he's getting about 8 yards. He's going to be 3rd and short.
It was Tyrese Williams.
Again, it looks like they got a little roll, so it's 3rd and 5. A timeout?
2-minute
timeout.
warning.
Okay. We're going to stay with this right here.
We're going to stay with y'all.
And look at this and here's what happened in the 4th quarter. Let's take a look-see right here.
It was all tied up at the half. Virginia Union comes out with the touchdown grab in the end zone. Edward Waters.
And this is the big play right here. La Mamba going all the way in for the scoop and score, but ensuing kickoff. You know when you say ensuing kickoff, that's never good for the other team. Oh, Kirian right there from the hometown of Duval. That's good for a 90-yard kickoff return, and that takes the lead. And Edward Waters is standing on top right now, 38-31. That's where we are as we head into the last minutes of this ball game. 3rd and 6, a long 6. Virginia Union is trying to get into the end zone to knot things up.
And Coach Brian Jenkins talked all week about how big it was for Edward Waters to even be playing against Virginia Union.
Right.
A powerhouse in Division II football, a powerhouse in the CIAA, and one of the most well-respected HBCU programs right now. Back-to-back CIAA champs, and they are currently ranked 13th in the AFCA poll. But to beat Virginia Union?
Yeah. That's pretty tough. And like you said, they overcome adversity. This is a team in the first game of the season, get down 14-0 on the road against Savannah State, and they run it. They run it. They beat Savannah State by at least 35 points, and here they are right now 2-0, looking to go 3-0. I don't know what the first time is for 3-0, but
Right.
2-0 is 2004, so it's got to be pretty big.
Over 20 years
But we
since
still
they started 2-0.
we still got a lot of ball game left.
A lot left, and it's 3rd and 5 for Virginia Union, looking to tie this game
Two
up.
big plays right here.
Hand off to Curtis Allen. He moves that pile forward, close to the first down marker.
They're going to give it to him. How do I move the crowd? First of all, there's no mistakes allowed. There's my man right there with the big-time rush.
Curtis Allen.
Remember that name, folks. I can't wait to read his stat line after the game because I know he's in triple digits.
First down, well into Edward Waters territory. RJ has time. He looks to the end zone. Ricky Key Jr. wasn't looking.
They got tangled up in the end zone, but it looked like the ball was overthrown a little bit anyway.
That brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. This game is coming down to it. We're under 2 minutes left. The ball stopped right now. The clock is stopped right now.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
90 seconds left in this contest of regulation.
You said it, not me. I wasn't going to say it. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Inaugural Unity Classic with all the drama.
The visitors with those pretty lids on their head right there.
RJ has time. Another shot at the end zone. This time it is good.
And that's a
for
touchdown.
The touchdown. Jerome Jones, the running back, with his first grab of the game.
That is phenomenal right there. What a drive by RJ Morales to lead down the field and now have a chance to tie the ball game. But yet we have this extra point. Remember that high snap last time. Remember that high snap.
Jeremiah Francis, the tight end, with his second touchdown grab of the day for Virginia Union.
Remember that high snap. This might play a factor in this.
Brady Myers with the point after attempt.
It's a low snap this time, but it goes through.
Always good.
Man, give that holder another shout out because I'm telling you, number 33.
Joshua Mitchell.
Man alive. That kid.
A freshman.
He is working. He is working for his paycheck tonight.
And we have lights. So, Jeremiah Francis, second touchdown grab of the day. Third shot at the end zone on that drive. That one's good to tie this game up. 38-38. Both teams averaging over 40 points a game coming into this contest. And you know one thing about averages, Marvin, you usually get them.
Yeah, they're hitting them right there. And they're definitely living up to the billing, trying to get exactly what they've been asking for all season long, or all week long of this practice. And 38-38, man, if you would have told me that at halftime, I don't know if I would have believed it.
Somebody, in order to win this game, is going to have to hit the 40-point marker.
Does anybody want to win this game?
They just want to play all night.
I'm telling you.
Now we are under the lights. Still some time left on the clock. Very pass-happy final.
So we're probably now about 80 seconds left. We're probably about a minute and 10, which is still plenty of time to move the ball down the field, to matriculate the ball down the field.
And set to return is Kerryon Jackson.
They were not going to kick it to him. 42 has the ball right here, and he's going to get hammered at the 35. They were not going to get that ball back. To Christian Welp Jr., he picks up that ball and scats around for about a 3 or 5 yard gain.
So Edward Waters offense.
That
15-yard
is
penalty.
huge. That is huge. That's not what you need to do when you're trying to close out this ball game. A lot of undiscipline is being shown late in this game.
1:13 on the game clock. 1:13 on the game clock, and we'll start on the snap.
Virginia Union, very uncharacteristic, undisciplined right here. They've already had a player ejected, and now they have another player cited for kicking after a short return. Now the ball's at the 50-yard line. That is not what you want.
A minute and 13 to go. Noah Bodden drops back. He's looking for it.
Triple
the
coverage.
catch is made in
And
triple
coverage. Are you kidding me?
Micaiah Lovett with the grab.
On triple coverage, you can't get no better than that. They had him stacked on the right-hand side, but he looked to one of his top receivers and drops it right in the bucket. Take a picture of that right there. Triple coverage right there. Man, oh, man. This game is definitely going down to the wire.
Noah Bodden, poised under pressure, finds one of his favorite guys, Micaiah Lovett.
Their last and final timeout.
And Virginia Union takes their final timeout. We're creeping to the 1 minute to go mark. Wow.
That's real. That's just big time player making big time plays. Bodden and making a great play right there to his main man, Micaiah Lovett, who's had a great ball game.
57 seconds on the game clock.
57 seconds left to go in regulation of the inaugural Unity Classic. And how about Noah Bodden, man? This is first year at Edward Waters University, spent time at Grambling and Southern on the Division I level. Now he's come here, and he's been lighting it up.
Let's take a look at this. Let's look at this touch. Is this the touchdown or is this the pass right here? Okay, here it is right here.
Seconds on the game clock.
The touchdown from Virginia Union. They tied it up. I mean, that made it one score down. And then 32, the big La Bamba rushing there to get it down. But then the ensuing kickoff. The kickoff return, 90 yards for the score, to go-ahead lead. And then here, right here, ties things up again. Another great catch.
Wow, here
and now we are tied up 38-38.
56 seconds to go. Bodden finds an open receiver who is near the first down marker.
No timeouts left. The clock is still ticking.
And that is Isaiah Jean Baptiste, who has 2 touchdowns today with that grab.
45 seconds and running.
45 seconds left.
And running. Handoff to Jeremiah.
Okay. It looks like they may be setting up for this field goal. The clock is still ticking. The clock is stopped right here. They're going to move the chains, but now it is still moving.
Into the red zone. First down for Edward Waters. Handoff blown up in the backfield.
Get on the ball. They got to get on the ball. The clock is still ticking.
So they're bringing out the special teams unit to attempt the field goal.
What's the clock? Ticking.
Ticking. The clock is ticking. It is Ryan Gange, the field goal kicker, coming out from about the 22-yard line for the win. Brian Gange. Here comes the kick.
It's up.
It's good.
It is good.
Edward Waters University
The game is over as the time expired.
Inaugural Unity Classic from the 22-yard field goal kick from Ryan Gange. Edward Waters stays undefeated. They move to 3-0.
The game is over. That ball game is over. It went as time expired.
And they take down the number 13 ranked Virginia Union University. Defend their home turf. Defend it in the jungle. Edward Waters with a signature win under interim head coach Brian Jenkins.
They don't have the clock on the field. The clock is not working, so they didn't realize the game is over. The referees just called the game. It is over. And now they rush to the field. What a win. What a finish for this ball game. Congratulations to Edward Waters University.
And Coach Brian Jenkins gets the ice bath, the interim head coach who stepped in and stepped up for this program in June. He had to retool the roster. He had to build his own coaching staff, and now the team has moved to 3-0 for the first time since at least 2004.
I got to tell you, that interim title is not going to last very long.
Not at all. And the president and CEO of Edward Waters University, Dr. Faison, he said when they needed someone to step up in this head coaching position, there was never a question of who it was going to be. They already knew Brian Jenkins was the guy. Brian Jenkins said he didn't even have a choice to say no to this role.
But I tell you right now, you know they made the right decision. And this game had everything that you wanted. We talked about it earlier. They had offense, defense, special teams. And I said that earlier in the game, but I said it was going to come down to special teams from Brady Myers. But it came down from the other end of the field from from Edward Waters. And what's his name again, the young man, the kicker? We got to give him his shout-out again.
Ryan Gage.
Ryan Gagning right there with the great kick. He had a field goal earlier in the game. And we're just excited about this. Edward Waters, 3-0, with the first inaugural win over Virginia Union in the Unity Classic. Thanks for joining us from Jacksonville. I'm Marvin James, and you are?
Simone Stanley.
And we had a great time in the jungle. 41-38 is your final.
What a game.